What's up, Cinemaniacs? We're back with episode number 9 at the More Entertainment Studios. I got busted. My balls got busted a little bit by one of our guests today about what the hell is MES stand for. Well, it's More Entertainment Studios, and I want to find a letter. We got to find something for the acronym so that I can
put it to the audience.
Maybe like Awesome More Entertainment Studios or Amazing More Entertainment Studios. Yeah. So this way I can call it a mess, because that's pretty much what it is.
Mess.
Everything is really messy when it comes to putting on this show. The organization saying we're going to start at 8:30, not starting till like 9:26. It's just, a lot of things are very messy about it that you guys just don't see. Yeah. Apparently the desk looks really big on screen. We didn't know that because me and Chad are so tiny. Yeah. We didn't realize how big the desk looked on screen, but
it's not big, it's tiny.
It's all an illusion. It's an illusion.
That's what I to say.
But the CineTalk with the CineBros is essentially a show where we just have movie lovers get together, shoot the shit about movie news, rumors, trailers, all sorts of stuff, and we just kind of talk about it. So let's get into this. We have a guest today. Her name is Liz Reed, and we would like to welcome Liz to the program.
Yeah. A warm CineBros welcome.
Yes, warm CineBros welcome. Yes, absolutely. And we do have donuts upstairs afterwards, so we can appeal to your the catering needs that we were talking about earlier.
I was expecting a muffin basket with mimosas. I was sadly disappointed.
That's next podcast. That's number 10 right there.
Yeah, that's going on. Yeah, we're gonna have one mimosa that we're all gonna share, and one of those little table talk pies that we're gonna share with a candle in it.
Just a muffin top.
Yeah. Yes, all right, so that's Liz Reed, everyone. And then we have my co-host, as always, Sir Chadwick Davis.
Every episode,
and he looks super excited to be here.
Super excited.
Yes. All nice and clean shaven for the event.
Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
Spent more time on shaving my beard today.
You're clean shaven, huh? Yeah, that looks good.
Wait, scruffy. And...
what did you clean shave?
Because can't get into that.
That's more than I would know.
little manscape action here. First time on the podcast talking manscaping.
Yeah.
That's
we've talked a lot about a lot of different things,
and never manscaping.
Never. No. We should have a little talk session about that.
Maybe when we have
with
three
Brandon
male guests. On
we talk about it.
All right, Brandon, you are on for just bring all your manscaping tips.
Tag me out of that.
Bring all your tools with you that you use.
Hedge trimmers.
We can compare.
Yes, we could compare. Yes. Yes.
Weed whackers.
Tools. Do you pluck? All right, on to the movie news. All right, we're going to go into this.
We digress.
What we usually do is we start off, especially when we have a guest, we start off with the game Fuck, Marry, Kill. And Fuck, Marry, Kill is essentially this. You get 3 movies to pick. We usually try and pick your favorite movies, either from a genre or just your favorite 3 movies, whatever you want to choose. And the fuck part is the movie that you get to watch for one weekend. Any weekend, you get to watch it for that one weekend. Other than that, it's out. No longer in existence. One you have to kill. One has to be gone forever. Out of existence forever. You're never allowed to watch it ever again. And the Mary is the one that just stays in that DVD player on repeat forever. No more like watching Golden Girls. No more watching Saved by the Bell, the college years. None of this stuff. It's just on repeat. Over and over and over again. So you better love this movie, because we're going to hold you to it.
Yeah.
From now on.
Yeah.
Every time Chad goes over, this movie better be on repeat. All right. What are your 3 favorite movies?
All right. So Chad knows, huge Disney fan.
Mm-hmm.
Big time Disney whore. So I'm sure he's expecting me to go the Disney route. I'm not.
Which is kind of weird when we do Fuck, Marry, Kill, and we're talking Disney.
Yeah, it's kind of a
little twisted, but hey, this is an adult show.
Yeah. I am not gonna go there. That would be like asking me to pick between my children.
Oh,
just can't do it.
Okay,
I love them all. So I have narrowed it down to kind of a favorite in 3 different genres.
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna go The Notebook because I'm a girl, you know.
Yeah. The Notebook, huh? All right.
I know you guys are excited about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The
Nicholas
2010 release of Predator, the one with Adrian Brody.
Whoa.
Yes.
Wow, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And my last pick is Harry Potter. Don't ask me to pick one. It is one continuous movie through movie
That's a
one.
long-ass movie. Yeah, I think if that's on your DVD forever, I think you're going to get through it twice.
I'm not picking one. It's one continuous movie. That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
So what is the 10, because it's 10 movies, right?
It's 7.
Seven? Is it
Yeah.
7? It's only 7 movies?
8.
8 because
yeah,
the last one was
seven
broken in 2?
Yeah.
So the octilogy? What is
Octilogy. The whole thing. Let's put it in there.
All right. Okay. All right. That's a little cheating, but we'll let you get. We'll let you slide. Let you
Like a
slide.
big orgy right there.
That's a big orgy of movies.
Good time
A
watching.
big magic orgy movie. Magic movie magic. All right. So, which one are you going to kill off?
I'm gonna kill off The Notebook.
Okay.
I love it. It's a love story.
Do you think you'd like get dehydrated from crying too much if you watched it forever? I need water. I need water. Hook up to an IV just to watch it forever.
It is ingrained in my brain. I could probably, watch the whole thing in my mind, so I
all right.
don't need it.
Okay.
It's probably going to be a little obvious who the last two are. Predator is going to be my, weekend movie.
All right. So Predator is going to
Yeah.
be the fuck movie, which is going to be in
Absolutely.
there for when you need that break from that 30-hour extravaganza that is Harry Potter.
It is just so. I grew up on Predator. I grew up on Aliens, all those type of movies, and it is just a fantastic version of it.
You know what though? I don't know if you could actually get through the whole Harry Potter season, like all of them, all 8, in a weekend. Like that would be like, I mean, that's, you're talking 2 hours a clip, right? So 8 movies,
some of them more than
16
2
hours.
I think.
And if you're watching it on repeat
Yeah.
and with sleep incled, it might be tough to watch
No.
it all in one
No,
weekend.
you don't
so-
sleep.
You don't sleep.
You don't sleep.
You commit to
Never
Harry
sleep.
Potter.
Yeah. If you're gonna watch Harry Potter, you watch them all.
See, I haven't seen the last 2.
Amazing.
I haven't seen the
I
last
have
2.
them. I can let you borrow.
You do? Yeah, I would definitely like, because it's one of those, I started watching them, getting prepared to go see them in the theater, and I never ended up seeing them in the theater because I had never seen any of them. I watched the one that has the freaking like paper mache snake or dragon or something in it. It's like in one of the first ones. It looked the dragon head or the snake or whatever the hell it was. I can't remember. I think it was a snake. It looked so poorly. I swear to God, it looked like it was paper mache. It was awful looking. And right then I was like, nope, I'm out. I'm done with Harry Potter. I'm over. And granted, I was watching it on TV too.
Yeah.
So that was bad. But then my brother, who loves the whole franchise, and says that Voldemort is probably his favorite villain of all time in the top 3.
Yeah. He's very well done.
And and I just still haven't yet to see them. So I do want to see them. It's just because they have gotten better as time has gone on.
Yeah, you can
the
definitely
cinematic
tell.
quality anyway.
Yeah.
From movie 1 to the last movie, how much better the acting has gotten, how much better the graphics and costuming and everything has gotten.
Well, yeah, they were making a buttload of money off them,
Yeah.
so they were like, let's put a little bit of money into them, so they don't have to wear this like plastic cape and all this kind of stuff.
I mean, they were young when they started too.
Oh,
I mean,
they're
so
they were
young.
so young, and you can definitely tell that in the first one where, just young actors learning.
And
the
Emma
game.
Watson is the only one that's really breaking out from that.
Daniel
Yeah.
Radcliffe is.
He's not
He
really
did a
broken
little
out though.
more-
He's gotten into some movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he hasn't really had that star role. Like
Yeah.
you have Emma Watson who was in Noah, and she was phenomenal in Noah.
Yeah.
You have her in what's that, the movie with James Franco and Seth
This Is
Rogen.
the End?
This Is the End,
Yeah.
where her cameo in that was awesome. That was amazing. And she's beautiful.
Yeah.
And she has shown that she can step out and she can do multiple facets. Where Daniel Radcliffe has done a couple of creepy movies.
Yeah.
And he hasn't really
shown. Did he do a lot
shone.
of plays too?
Yeah.
He's kind of more in the theatrics.
That,
I want to see him do some more because I think he is actually okay. I think he's a pretty decent actor. So I would like to see him do a little bit more. But yeah, I mean the Harry Potter series. Holy crap.
Oh, the redhead from that too. He's starting to do a little bit more too. He was in that movie Paul. What was the hell the name of that movie? Who's wearing the big friggin' head the whole time? A music movie. Can't remember it now.
The one that goes.
Yeah, that one.
First word sounds like.
where
are we going with that?
I told you. Oh, Frank. It's called Frank.
Oh, he was that?
He was in Frank, and he wasn't Frank himself.
Oh, because that was Fassbender, right? Yeah, Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, and then he was just in a movie recently that I just watched. He was in Ex Machina. He was.
Oh, okay.
He was the kid.
Did he do a good job?
Yes, phenomenal job. Yeah. So he's been stepping it up a little bit too.
I gotta watch that. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna try Ex Machina this week.
Yeah.
At some point in time.
I want to watch it again. So.
I gotta check that out because I've heard nothing but good things.
Yes.
Even from Sir Chadwick.
Yeah.
Who has been raving about that movie.
Raving.
All right. So what are you gonna do? Fuck, marry, kill. Those 3 movies.
Oh, I gotta do
those 2 and plus 8.
It's one
movies.
Story.
It's
one story.
You gotta.
I'm throwing out Predator.
All right.
I've never seen it.
Never seen
You have to see it. It's an amazing action movie.
It's an action movie.
Here we go with you have to see this.
I don't know. Go ahead.
All right.
It's a fluff action movie. I mean, we're not talking like, amazing graphics and things like that, but it's got some good fight scenes in it.
It was Harry Potter, Predator, and what?
The Notebook.
The Notebook.
Oh my god.
And you already
you sure you want to
No. Here's my thing. I actually like The Notebook. I'm like one of those guys that I refuse to watch it. I watched it. I watched it once. It was a good movie. It will be my movie that I watch once and again. Yeah, I could never watch The Notebook.
Chad's is like, I need that good cry.
Yeah.
Harry Potter isn't giving this me. I need a good cry.
No, Harry Potter makes me cry too. What?
For other reasons.
For other reasons. But I'll have to go that way. I mean,
all right. I mean, if I was gonna have to do this, I am going to. Crap.
You're gonna crap?
I am gonna crap. I am gonna stay on the can, so I don't have to watch The Notebook. No, I mean, The Notebook is one of those movies that I would not mind watching.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen it because
man,
my wife doesn't really go after those movies very much. She likes more like the Pitch Perfect movies, like comedy, a little bit of romance, that kind of stuff like that. She loves rom-coms, which I love too. Notebook is not a rom-com. That's a straight-up tearjerker.
I laughed a little bit in it.
I mean,
I'm just kidding. I didn't laugh at all in it.
It's a chuckle cry.
Why am I watching this?
So I am gonna. I mean, I still have no. I mean, if I had a friend that was like, "Yes, we have to watch The Notebook," all right, fine, let's watch The Notebook. We'll share some tissues or whatever. Because I have been known to cry during movies. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Movies, I get brought right into the film. I go on this emotional journey with these characters.
I heard.
I cried my eyes out during The Preacher's Wife. Yes, an old Whitney Houston movie.
Yeah.
And it was not a good movie.
No.
But I cried.
Yeah.
And I heard you were all sad at the Babadook and,
Oh, no, that I was just like, I was looking for a rope or something to hang myself at the end. It was
Wow.
very depressing. Very depressing. Sad. I was like curled up in a ball.
It wasn't that
I
bad.
was popping pills.
It was more like a mind fuck than anything.
It was sad. It was depressing watching somebody like go through dementia. I mean, just because I have a relative who has dementia, and you kind of see it, and you kind of see how it affects. It's not like a straight up relative for me. It's more on the in-law side, and watching that play out and seeing how it kind of really hurts the family members and everything. It's tough to watch, and then seeing it on the screen, and they did such a good job portraying it that it I don't know, I was really, I mean, I guess I was kind of mind fucked, but I mean, I was depressed at the end of the movie, really depressed. But if I was going to kill one of these off, I would have to kill off The Notebook just because I've never seen it. I have no real aspirations to see it. I have no problem with seeing it, but I have no aspirations to see it. So I'll just throw that out. I have seen Predator once. I thought it was an okay action movie. So I will say, I'm not, and I might be even putting it, a little high when I say an okay. It was an action movie. It was a good action movie. It was a movie with action in it, and it was a Predator movie with
it
Predator
really had no
in it.
storyline, but
but the original Predator, if you pick that would have been on repeat forever. Yeah. But I want to have to, do the same thing. That you're having the octology, the octuplet of the movies of the Harry Potter series, because I do want to see the last two. I'll just keep that on repeat, and then I'll get to hopefully after several months when I finally get to the 7th and 8th movie. I will. I'll finally get to see those two.
Nice. So, Harry Potter across the board.
Yeah, Harry Potter.
Nerds take it all, baby.
I think it was a no-brainer there.
I will say,
movies to
as far as Harry Potter goes, one of the coolest places to go when you're in Florida, if you go to Orlando, when you go to Universal Studios, when you go into the Harry Potter's world.
Yes.
It is. I've been there. I've gone there because they have like Jurassic Park. They have all these different kind of places. I go there quite often. Like almost once every other year. And when you walk into there, it's a totally different look. I mean, I swear, every time that I go there, I'm like out in, I can't remember when it goes from like Jurassic Park into Harry Potter. I think it does. So you're in this like bright, sunny jungle, and then you go into this place, and it's like a totally different world. It looks darker. It like feels like it could be snowing, but it's like 98 degrees out, and like you're just dripping sweat from but it like looks so cool.
It is spot on.
They did a really good job of that. And
have you been to the Diagon Alley?
No.
Because they have both now.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is amazing. Yeah. I was actually just there last year, and you can take the Hogwarts Express from...
Oh, that's cool.
From Hogsmeade over to Diagon Alley.
That's cool.
Amazing.
That is cool.
You are literally walking into a Harry Potter set.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I'm actually really excited because I'm going back next year. Mm-hmm. And next summer, we go in the fall, and next summer they're coming out with Skull Island, which is where King Kong resides. So they're going to make Skull Island there as well. And I cannot wait for that, because Skull Island, they're coming out with a movie, Skull Island too, and I cannot wait to see how this plays out. I want to see what they do, what they come out, because they do a really good job, like you said, with everything with the Harry Potter park and that they have in there. It's just really well done.
And even walking to like the Transformers section and stuff like that, they do a phenomenal job.
They're great with everything. All their stuff. They just have done. I personally, that's my favorite park. Going to Universal Studios is my favorite park. I love Disney, but when it comes to adults, you get more adult-friendly rides, you get more roller coasters, you get all this kind of stuff, and it's just so much more fun there. So, all right, I'll stop plugging Disney. Hey, Disney, just say, in case you are out there watching, Walt from his, I think they say he's got his head frozen underneath Disney. So if you happen to get thawed out and watch this show, do you know what do you say? A little advertising dollars? I'll plug you. I go there. How about I would just pay for my tickets to go to Disney? Come on, please. All right, well, let's go on to new news. New news. Come on.
New news.
Yeah, there we go.
New news.
She's just a guest. She's like, I don't care if they get sued.
Yeah. Who cares if we get sued?
That'd be great. Oh, man. We'll just forward on the bill.
That's all right. Take me to collections. I don't care.
All right. So the new news is where we discuss some of the news that happened over the last couple of weeks. We try and keep it a little closer to more relatively, recent, but it will be over the last 2 weeks since we did our last show. First up is Collider reported that the new title for the Apes movie is War of the Planet of the Apes. We had Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, I believe, and then it was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and now we are at War of the Planet of the Apes. Are you excited for the news of this title, and are you pumped up for the movie? I'm going to go with Liz, because I know Chad isn't Super excited right now. I'll go with Liz to see what she has to say about this movie.
I have never seen any of them.
Uh-huh.
The most recent one looked amazing. It is in my DVD cabinet right now, on cue to maybe one day be watched. Hopefully one day soon be watched.
Yeah.
It does look amazing. I would absolutely see War if I saw Dawn.
Okay.
So.
Dawn was amazing.
We'll say I'm good with it.
The motion capture, the motion capture that they did in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and how real they made the apes look,
yes,
was amazing. They did a great job in the first one, but in the second one, holy crap! I mean, there was times I actually thought they used real apes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how real they looked. I guess I'll go into it. Do you want to talk about it a little bit? I mean, the title of
the title. I mean,
because Chad,
like Liz,
and Bill, just for you, Chad has not seen either of any of the Planet of the Apes movies. He has not seen any of them. But we
and
still
they're not
like
comic book movies.
Yes, and they're not comic book. But my whole problem is I like to get the pulse of the people that haven't seen the movie. That's why I like to hear, because they are marketing to people that have not seen the movie, and you got to get those people into the theater. Mm-hmm. Is this like a title that is exciting enough for you to kind of just with the title? I mean, it's just adding war at the beginning.
It's exciting. I've seen like bits and pieces of the last one that came out, and like you said, the apes look amazing in it.
They do.
I didn't watch enough to really understand what was going on. I just kind of flicked through the channels, and it was on HBO or whatever it was on. Eventually I want to get around to watching at least the last one. Will I? Who knows?
Add it to the list.
On the 200 movie list that I have, of the backlog that I have.
You know what? Forget about Harry Potter. Just get through that list.
Just put the whole list on repeat.
You'll probably get through that list with the whole Harry Potter franchise.
I could probably, yeah. I'm excited about it. I mean, the last one did really well in the theaters. I mean, I know a lot of people watched it.
The first one did pretty good. Not great, but it did pretty good as far as box office. The second one did even better, and the production budget was similar. So yeah, I mean, that's just on a kind of an upward trend. I think the word of mouth with the movie that's been so positive. The title is finally what we've been looking for. For the people that have seen it, you kind of were like, the Rise of the Planet of the Apes. You're kind of like, all right, these are going to be where the apes start to form together. Well, that's not really what happened until the very end of the movie, kind of. The second one, you're looking more of, all right, now we're going to get some serious war action. You don't really you get it a little bit, but not crazy. And then the third one, now we're finally getting the war of the Planet of the Apes, and we are finally getting it. And the first two stories were really well done. I was super impressed, especially we were talking about it earlier with the Mark Wahlberg version.
I say bring back Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, see, I haven't seen the one with Mark Wahlberg. I'm like, no. That one is that's more for the movies that hurt so good. That movie is so bad, it's so good. I was talking about some certain scenes in there earlier, flailing about. But yeah, this is
with full body motion.
Full body motion, lots of screeching and squealing. Apes on apes. Apes on apes action. So this movie, I'm really pumped up for. I can't wait. I can't wait for this movie to come out. I am expecting it to be just as good, if not better, than the original, and I'm glad we're finally getting to see the war.
I mean, if the trailer comes out with a bunch of apes on horseback again with flailing some guns, count me in.
I think
just looked amazing.
This is going to be more like apes on tanks and apes on fucking... Whoa. Yeah, these are going to be like... Yeah. I mean, the apes they're so well done. Like I said before, they're so well done. And then on top of that, the story's so good, and just everything, the way it's going to play out, I just can't wait. I can't wait for it. I'm so excited. All right, next topic. The Hollywood Reporter, THR, has reported that Kate Beckinsale is coming back to play Selene in Underworld 5. What do you think about Underworld franchise and Kate Beckinsale reprising her character in the 5th installment of Underworld? Let's go right down the order here. We'll go from Chad to Liz to me.
I don't know much about the underworld.
The undercarriage.
I'm just not. I'm not really into the whole vampire scene, and I guess
no Twilight for you.
No.
See, Interview with a Vampire.
No.
Oh, that's it.
You know what's funny is I used to read Anne Rice, and she did a lot of vampire books, and one of the most famous vampires, Lisette, and I just could never get into the movies. I mean,
not even like the original Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Nope. I liked Dracula Dead and Loving It.
I don't think we can be friends anymore.
Well,
Hey, Hotel Transylvania was awesome too, and that had Dracula in it.
Is Adam Sandler play Dracula?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
that's probably the only reason why he liked it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did he do gobbledygook?
But I think this is one of those franchises. I don't even know how well they do in the movie theaters. I mean, I don't think they do well.
They do well enough. They wouldn't keep making them. So they do well enough to make them. I think the last one did poorly, and I think they're hoping with bringing Beckinsale back because she was the reason to watch those movies.
Yeah. She's
Her
pretty
and
badass.
I can't remember what his name is. He always plays like an evil character, and he does it so well. He's like kind of like the head vampire, and I can't remember his name. You guys are probably all screaming it on at your car. You're like, it's this guy's name. How are you not remembering his name? But he is awesome in those kind of roles. And between him and Kate Beckinsale, I mean, Kate Beckinsale all wrapped up in leather. I'm sold.
With some guns.
With some guns and being a badass, I'm sold. I don't know if I'll see this in the theater. Yeah. If I get a screener, probably. If it comes out in maybe late January, maybe I'll go see it in the theater because there might not be a lot out. But yeah, as far as going to the theater, I don't know if I'll be seeing it in the theater anytime soon.
I'm out in the theater, obviously.
Yeah. He's going to wait for it to be on the Voodoo bundle when
not
the five.
Even a Voodoo bundle.
Come on, Netflix.
Not even Netflix.
No, man. No love for Sling.
No trailer, no nothing.
Dude.
I don't even want to watch a trailer for this thing.
Kate Beckinsale. This movie made me fall in love with vampires and her as a vampire.
She's
her,
very
really.
badass. I just want to know where they're going to go with this fifth movie. You and I were talking about it earlier. Are they going to pick up with the kid that she had? Because the fourth one was kind of, weird. It was kind of like a weird prequel type thing.
I never saw the prequel one. I lost interest the third one wasn't that great to begin with. And the animation kind of got the CG work, the computer graphic imaging kind of got a little bad. So I fell out of love with the franchise. And then when they tried to kind of reboot kind of start from the beginning, here's a prequel to the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm out. You have no Kate Beckinsale? I'm definitely not watching this movie, and I have not.
It kind of feels like they're grasping at straws at this point. Let's bring her back. Let's make another one. Let's see if we can make some more money again.
But who knows? Maybe sometime soon on In or Out of the Trailer Park, we get a good trailer, and maybe we'll all be like, all right, yeah, let's do this. Yeah, take my money. Let's see Kate in action as Celine.
I'm willing to bet I don't say that, by the way. This can of Duff right here.
I'm not taking that bet. Not taking that bet. We had talked about possibly. He has had this energy drink, this Duff energy drink, for how many years now?
It's probably going on 7 or 8 years.
And it is full. It is not an empty can.
And
this
I think
is
the
legit.
expiration date says 2010 or something.
Yeah. So
it might be chunky.
One of the bets we had kind of joked, but Chad was all about. If somebody loses a bet, that we have to shotgun it style, and then it'll just sit here. We'll have to rinse it out, obviously, afterwards, and just let it sit on the desk. But I don't know. That's gonna have to be something I'm really confident I'm gonna win.
I'm not betting on something loose on that one, loosey goosey on that one. I'm gonna make sure I am gonna be the champion on that one.
That is gonna be an unlikely bet. But if it is, we're both really sure that we're winning. So, all right. Let's move on to the next topic. The news hit the web that Roger Deakins, being the director of photography and cinematography for the Blade Runner 2, this is the sequel to Blade Runner, the original, that came out, I think, in 1980-ish. with, I think his name is Denis Villeneuve directing. Harrison Ford is returning, and Ryan Gosling from The Notebook, I'm sure this is how he got that, is jumping on board to star. That's pretty talented cast.
Yeah.
Pretty great, directing and cinematography group right there. 12-time Academy Award nominated cinematographer Roger Deakins will join. Are you excited? What are your thoughts on Deakins and Villeneuve, Ford and Gosling, all being a part of the upcoming Blade Runner sequel? I'll start off. I have not seen Blade Runner. I should be tarred and feathered because I have not seen it. I have been told by many different people certain ones to watch. You got to watch it with the commentary, like the kind of over the audio commentary that kind of goes with the film. I've seen other ones. Other people are like, do not watch that version. And not only do I want to watch it, but now I'm confused on which one to watch. And I don't want to watch both in the course of a weekend, and I don't want to watch one and be disappointed. So I'm really kind of torn. Because I had it. I think I put it on one of the first movie challenges that we did, and it was in the top 5.
Yeah.
Because that was when we were doing 8.
Yeah, we were doing 8.
It did not win.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of comments.
Maybe
watch the one with the auto commentary. What's one of that? So I got to watch this movie. I really do.
I watched it a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I can barely remember it, but I remember it being really good.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I am excited for the players that are involved. But I can't really say much for the movie because I haven't seen it. Yeah. Do I want to see it? Yes. Am I going to have to see it before the sequel comes out? Absolutely. So I will be seeing it sometime in the next year or two. Yeah. But which one do I watch? Why don't you guys let me know in the comments below? Yeah. And either if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching it on, if you're catching this on the Facebook page, just let me know anywhere. Email the CineBros at gmail.com. Just fire it off to me. Tell me which version I should watch. And I will go with the populace on this. If they tell me, majority tells me to watch it with the commentary, I'll watch it with that. Tell me without, I'll watch it like that. You guys let me know, and that's where we'll go. Yeah. What about you? How do you feel about the Blade Runner?
I mean, Blade they just signed on Deakins, right? That's his name, Deakins. Yeah. I mean, this guy, his work is outrageous. Like, the things that he's done. He's worked with the Coen brothers. I think he did True Grit and Fargo.
Yep.
I mean, the list. He was also. They worked together. Villeneuve, whatever his name is. They worked together on The Prisoners too, which I thought was an awesome movie.
I haven't seen that either.
That was a really good movie too. Jake Gyllenhaal and.
Oh yeah, Hugh Jackman.
I remember it being a really good movie.
I heard it was awesome, and I have it on my DVR. I just have yet to hit play on my DVR.
Yeah. But yeah, they just worked on recently worked on those that movie and a movie called The Enemy. They worked together on, and it got pretty good reviews. I've never seen it, but I know the reviews were pretty good on it. And he did Skyfall, which you can probably say that it was a good movie, right?
Skyfall,
like the actual.
Yeah, I mean, I just haven't enjoyed the darker take on the movies, but. I will say they're good. I just won't say that they're my favorite Bonds. Like, I just don't like the Bond. But I do like the way it's shot and everything like that. So, yeah. And
he did No Country for Old Men, too, which I thought was shot awesome. Like, very well shot on that one. Have you ever seen that one?
I have not.
No, that was another good one.
That's a movie that's one of those that that's another one that I have to sit down and watch. Because I've heard it's like, has that have any Academy?
Yeah,
that got some Academy love, right?
Yeah. It definitely won. It was in 2007 or 2008 or whatever it was. But I watched that. I actually watched that in the movie theater with my dad, and before it got big.
Yeah.
And I told my dad, I was like, "Hey, this might win Movie of the Year. Like, that's how good it was," and it won. I mean, it was a really good movie.
Awesome.
But I mean, I'm excited about this Blade Runner movie, though. I mean. It's going to be good. I mean, the first one was awesome. This one has a good lineup already. Who's not going to be excited about it?
To your right,
All right, there you go.
So what about the lady? The lady says no to Blade Runner. Blade Runner 2.
I have never seen the first one, so I can't really comment on how excited or not excited I am on a sequel.
Yeah.
I did read the synopsis on IMDb, got the whole gist of the movie, and I'm kind of curious as to what they're going to do with the sequel, because the first one kind of sounded like it ended pretty concrete. Like, that's the end of the story. There you go. So where are you going to go with it from there? So.
Huh.
Yeah.
So the two guys, very into it.
Oh, yeah.
The one lady,
Skeptical.
very skeptical.
I'll be lining up to go see it.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a trailer for it.
This is another one of those movies that's big cult following. I don't think it did great in the theater when it first came out. I think it had a lot of mixed reviews, but as more people watched it, they fell in love with it. Especially, I think it was the re-release with the commentary or whatever it was, the talking over it.
Yeah.
I think that helped people kind of understand the movie better.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to wait.
I mean, I heard about it like I think a few months ago. It said they were in the works of coming out with a new Blade Runner, and now that they have Deakins signed on,
and I'm
all in.
The one thing that I'm shocked about is that they didn't get the original director back. What's his face from Gladiator? He's just been coming out with shit bomb after shit bomb lately.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you.
Scott, something Scott.
Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I was like, Russell Scott? No. I have a Russell Crowe poster over there, and I'm like,
Russell
get
Scott.
Russell out of my fucking head. So I mean, Ridley Scott, and I'm surprised that he didn't really try it, because he's the one who has kind of been talking about it for a while, and that's kind of one of the movies that
he's
really
helping out with it. I thought I read an article that said that he was helping write it, or he would help write it.
Yeah, I mean,
he has his fingers in there.
He has been. Well, I think that you're gonna get a lot of people kind of like, oh fuck, like, because he has not come out with a lot of good movies. He has every movie that he's come out with over the last several years has just gotten like destroyed. Like the last one, Gods and Kings Among Us, the Exodus, got destroyed.
As well as it should have.
I haven't seen it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see with Blade Runner 2.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, and I'm actually looking forward to it more. That Ridley Scott isn't really that attached to it. All right. We have a long one. We have a long. I have to read for a long time. I apologize if you don't like hearing me. Don't like hearing my voice. I would definitely go a little bit, but you're going to be confused in what we're talking about.
I'm just going to take a nap. So
yeah.
I'll be back
So all right. Simon Pegg recently said in an interview about the movie scene and the superhero genre. Let me open up this article, this extremely long article, where he just talked and talked and talked.
You didn't read the original, did you?
Read them both.
You read his blog?
I didn't read from his blog.
Oh, his blog is like longer.
Yeah,
I read the whole blog.
There's two. There's
well,
one.
we've got time constraints, so
There's
we're going
two.
to keep it to
Yeah.
No, this is long. I'm going to be reading for like an hour and a half. All right. Not really. Probably like 2 minutes.
And go.
It's a long time. All right. So first, his quotes. This is what he had to say originally. Obviously, I'm very much self-confessed fan of science fiction and genre cinema. But part of me looks at society as it is now and thinks that we've been infantilized by our own tastes. Now we are essentially all consuming very childish things. Comic books, superheroes, adults are watching this stuff and taking it seriously. I agree. It is kind of dumbing down in a way because it's taking our focus away from real world issues. Films used to be about challenging emotional journeys or moral questions that might make you walk away and reevaluate how you felt about whatever. Now we're walking out of the cinema really not thinking about anything other than the fact that Hulk just had a fight with a robot. Well, when that quote came out, people went bananas. I was furious when I read that. I was like, is he watching the same movies I am? You gotta be freaking kidding me. Come on, Simon. I had wrote 3 pages of what I was gonna talk about. I had sat down and I was like writing a nasty ass letter, like going through the whole thing. I wrote down all this stuff and then I was like, oh, he's said more. So then I sat down and read what else he had to say. Recent developments in popular culture were arguably predicted by the French philosopher and cultural theorist Jean blah, 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 in his book. That's not really how you say his name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. In his book, America, in which he talks about the infantilization of society. Put simply, this is an idea that as society, we are kept in a state of arrested development by dominant forces in order to keep us more pliant. We are made passionate about the things that occupied us as children as a means of drawing our attention away from the things that we really should be invested in: inequality, corruption, economic injustice, etc. It makes sense that when faced with awfulness of the world, the harsh realities that surround us, our instincts is to seek comfort, and where else we're the majority. That says we're, but I think it meant where, and where else the majority of the most they messed up he messed up.
Going.
Yeah, whatever. Majority of us in the comfortable than our youth. At time when we were shielded from painful truths by our recreational passions, the toys we were playing with, the games we played with, the comics we read, there was probably more discussion on Twitter about The Force Awakens and the Batman vs Superman trailers than there was about Nepalese earthquake or the British general election. The dumbing down comment came off as a huge generalization by an A-grade asshorn. This is him talking about himself. I did not mean that science fiction or fantasy are dumb. Far from it. How could I say that? In the words of Han Solo, hey, it's me. In the last 2 weeks, I have seen two brilliant exponents of the genre, Ex Machina and Mad Max Fury Road, both of which had my head spinning in different and wonderful ways and are both very grown-up films. Although Max has a youthful exuberance, which is nothing short of joyous, thanks George Miller, who's 70 years old. I have yet to see Tomorrowland, but with Brad Bird at the helm, it cannot be anything but a hugely entertaining think piece. Not according to somebody to my right. I guess what I mean was, the more spectacle becomes the driving creative priority and the less thoughtful or challenging the films can become. The spectacle of the Mad Max is underpinned by not only by multiple layers of plot and character, but also by an almost lost cinematic sense of how did they do that. The best thing art can do is make you think, make you reevaluate the opinions you thought were yours. It's interesting to see how a filmmaker like Christopher Nolan took Batman and made it something more adult, more challenging, chasing Frank Miller's peerless Dark Knight into a slightly less murky world of questionable morality and violence. But even these films are ultimately driven by marking forces, and somebody, somewhere, will want to soften the edges so that toys and lunchboxes can be sold. In that respect, Bruce Wayne's fascitic vigilantism was never, he's using big words. Come on, man. Dumb it down for me a little bit. Was never really held to account. However, interesting, Nolan doubtless found that idea. Did he have an abiding love for a Batman, or was this a means, whoa, I just skipped a bunch, a means of making his kind of movie on the mainstream stage? Basically, you kind of get his idea. It is a good read. You should just read the whole thing. I mean, because the way that I read it probably doesn't make any sense. But it is a really good article. I was ticked off, like I said, beyond words. I was scribbling and writing in this journal, and I had all these notes, and I was so mad at his first comments. And then I went on to read, and at the end, I was like, oh, all right. He got it. He gets it. It's one of those things, you know. I mean, as far as his thoughts of what he had to say, at first I was mad. And then when I read the full thing, and that's kind of like the whole society now to begin with actors and directors and getting sprinkled, you know, with comments, and where your mind goes when not knowing the tone, when not knowing, you know, exactly what was said or what's going through his mind. You're just taking a small snippet and rambling off. And that's what I did. But then this is what I did. I read the rest of his comments. I went through and I go, fuck. I just got freaking carpal tunnel for no reason at all, crossed it all out. And I was like, all right, what he had to say was pretty well done. It's pretty spot on. What do you think about everything that Pegg had to say?
In the radio interview, I guess if you kind of know Simon Pegg, he fishes a lot. He says some stuff that, I mean, he himself has actually came out and said that he gets bored doing interviews and stuff.
I think most of them do. It's just Harrison Ford, when he does them, he gets all mad. And he's just like Mr. Grumpus.
But he doesn't get grumpy or anything. I love Simon
He just
Pegg.
tries to keep himself entertained.
He entertains himself, and he throws out that stuff that reels people in.
Yep.
He did it. Simon Pegg is a smart person, obviously, just by reading that and the big words he uses. And,
he uses that thesaurus like a champion.
And he is a nerd. Like,
yeah.
He is a
Nerd's
acclaimed
gone
nerd.
wild.
Like, yeah, he's crazy, but he knew what he was doing. I think Twitter, I get so mad at Twitter like sometimes, because these people go off on Twitter sometimes and they have no idea what they're talking about, like, at all. And like, even if you read the first thing that he said, I don't see how you could get mad at what he said, like, because it's true.
And I don't think so.
I think it is true.
I think it's not true at all. I think that you get a lot of good versus evil, which the world is. I think there's a lot of great storytelling that happens. You haven't seen a lot of the movies.
Most people don't get that out of
That's
that.
their
Most
problems.
people just go in there and they see two big machines or two...
Well, the Transformer movies are totally different. Those are just mindless popcorn.
Or superheroes or whatever, fighting...
I think the story...
And that's what they get out of
the
it.
storytelling with the superhero movies now is much different,
but
much more realistic.
But what the majority of people are getting out of it is not what you're getting out of it.
I disagree. I think that
at all. You think people go in there and like, oh, this is how civilization is and this and that. No, they walk out of there going, all right, exactly what he said. Hulk just beat up somebody. That's what they're thinking.
Well, in that movie, maybe.
All right, in all those movies.
No, not all the movies, because there are a lot of good ones that have a lot of good stories.
I've never heard anybody walk out of the Avengers talking about how that's compared to the civilization of what we're living in the world we're living in.
It has nothing to do with that. It's just about a good story and going about good versus evil. And that is...
But I think that's his point. I think his first comment was his true feeling, and then he backpedaled. He said, us as society, we don't really want to care about like the important things. We want our fluff. Yeah. It might be good and evil. It might be, bad versus good, whatever the case may be. We want to pay attention to that. Because, like, for instance...
brought up the tsunami, like, which was going on at the same time.
And I think a lot of people talk about that, even in one of the biggest discussions about Avengers on all the superhero movies, even Man of Steel, which is one of my favorites, a lot of the discussion that happened after the fact of that was what the hell happened with all... Because there was a natural disaster that happened. You had these two superhero beings, and they were like destroying the town and the city around them. This is a big natural... Who's going to pay for all that? How are they going to fix that? When are they going to show all the people that died in this tragedy? That's what a lot of people were talking about after the fact. I had several conversations about it. I still do to this day.
But that was within the movie, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think he's more like talking about the real world compared to the movie world. Like, I see what you're saying there, but he's talking about like the tsunamis that are going on. More people are talking about the Avengers than they're talking about like what's going on.
8,000 people who died.
Yeah, they're more worried about two superheroes beating up on each other than...
Well, I disagree with that too, because I think a shitload of people talk about it, and I think the donations prove that. So I disagree with everything that he has to say.
I think the movie made more than the
You're probably
charity.
right. You're probably right.
Right. Because people care more about...
I don't think they care more. I think they want... Sometimes people go to the movies for a break from real life.
Right. They need that escape.
And I think that that's important too.
And he goes back to say, like, movies that were made back in the day had more to them. Like,
I think he's full of shit there too.
No, it's not.
It is.
And
there will be another Godfather ever made. Never will there be another Godfather ever made. Because they don't make movies like that anymore.
Sure they do.
No, they don't. Name one movie that's even close to The Godfather.
That's good movies like that? It's tough because Godfather is one of the best movies of all time.
That's what I'm saying, but it was made back then.
But you have great movies like Braveheart, which was amazing. That was made 20 years ago. Then you have movies like last year where we got Birdman. That was amazing.
I don't think Birdman's going to stand up to what The Godfather.
It's not. But you can't compare one of the greatest movies of all time. You could say, okay, what about The Godfather versus Gone with the Wind? Godfather is a far superior movie to Gone with the Wind, but Gone with the Wind was made 100 years ago. Yeah. So you're just talking about one particular film.
They don't make movies like that, though, that are going to stand up 100 years from now.
How do you know?
Because
you won't know because We're not there yet.
Yeah, but I'm just.
But all of our movies are fluff now.
They're just,
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, you get more movies that are not fluff than you do that are fluff. I will guarantee that. We get like 250 to 350 films that come out a year, and there's only 10 that are superhero and
all
and
the movies
genres.
that get the attention are fluff.
That's
not true either.
For instance,
all the big companies.
For
That's
instance,
not true either.
Yes.
The Imitation Game. Can you go out and buy a lunchbox with Alan Turing on it?
No.
Can you go out and buy a lunchbox with the Avengers on it?
But that doesn't mean it didn't make them a lot of money. It was only cost $10 million to make.
It doesn't matter about the money. It matters about public knowledge. Like, that movie is about equality and a gay man who was persecuted and did more than most people in their entire lives will do for this world.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, yeah, people watched it. But there weren't
four times the amount of people watch the Avengers.
Right, there's not lunchboxes. There's not,
but there's
Halloween costumes.
That's two totally different topics. You have these movies. Those movies are getting made just as they always have. These movies would not have made a lot of money back then either. The Oscar-winning movies rarely made money. The Oscar Academy movies have rarely ever made a lot of money. You have one maybe out of the 4 or 5 to 8 that now are involved in it, however many they can put in.
But it's not about money. It's about
it is about money. No. It's always about money.
But that's not what his comment said.
That's always about money. It always has been about money. Even Gone with the Wind and all those movies that came out way ago, they make these movies to make money.
But his comment says more people are paying attention to science fiction and fluff movies than they are about things that actually matter.
Well, they always have.
And that's what
but that's the point he's trying to make. To make
but
people aware.
Saying now, but he's saying that it happened, that this French guy predicted in his book that we were going to head towards that path. We've always been on that path.
I don't know. I just think he.
What was the number one box office movies in the 70s?
Movies that were made like Star Wars and like Godfather and all those. Those movies had like substance to them. Like
it was a sci-fi movie,
but they had substance. These new movies don't have anything to them. Like
I disagree. 100% disagree.
I don't see how you can disagree with that. Like you watch those movies from back in the day.
What was Star? You haven't seen it, but what Star Wars? What's their premise?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Good versus evil.
Yeah.
That is their basic premise. Good versus evil.
And it will always hold up as a great movie. The Avengers, you won't even know about the Avengers in 30 years from now.
I will bet you that chug right there that we will.
Not in 30 years.
Oh, there we go.
30
years from now, I'll be dead.
I'll be
65 years old. I'll definitely be in my grave.
If I'm not dead, that will kill me. But yeah, I would
totally
bet that
agree
100%.
with what Simon Pegg said, and I think he needed to go back and kind of go back and explain himself a little bit more, because they had these super fans out there that just they want to go off on anything they can get their hands on and attack somebody. He said what he said. And then he backed it up. He backed it up with what he had to explain it more.
He backed it up with his opinion.
With his opinion at first.
And his opinion is as subjective as mine. All right,
all of ours.
Let's move on because we are on this way too long. All right.
Yeah, but that's a good topic to be on for a while.
That was a good intellectual discussion.
It was a discussion, debate, a not argument. All right, so we're gonna move on to where the hell were we? All right. Last up, I think this is last up. Yes, last up is George Miller's comments about Mad Max and where it might go. He is the director, if you didn't hear from what Simon Pegg was just talking about a little while ago. I might edit some of that out. That was pretty long.
No, don't edit any of that out.
No, edit my reading of Simon Pegg.
Oh, yeah, you can edit that whole thing out.
I'm not editing the whole thing out. I spent like 4.5 hours reading it.
Just pop that up on the screen. People can read that themselves.
Yeah. I just have it going. It'll be like a fast forward as I'm reading it. All right, so this is what George Miller had to say. We've got one screenplay and a novella. It happened because with the delays on Fury Road and writing all the backstories, they just expanded. And what is that title going to be for the next Mad Max movie? Mad Max: The Wasteland. Then Miller soon had these comments to say about the movie stars and the actor that we lost recently. Every time Heath Ledger would come through Sydney, he'd call in and we would chat about Mad Max. He had the same thing that Mel Gibson and Tom Hardy have. That maleness, that charisma, and that restless energy, which you need to play a relatively still character. The world lost someone great when he went. Tom was next to walk through that door with that vibe. What do you think about George Miller's comments? And if Heath Ledger had still been with us, do you think he would have been a good fit for Mad Max? Do you think he would have been a better fit than Hardy?
Want me to go first?
Sure.
No. I'll answer that second part first.
Mm-hmm.
No, because Tom Hardy nailed it.
He did.
I don't see anybody else doing better at that part than Tom Hardy did. I just don't see it. I mean, Heath Ledger's great, don't get me wrong, but I just don't see it. I don't even want to think about it. I mean, why would you want to? It's kind of weird to think about that anyway. Like a dead person, would he be better in that role or not? If he didn't die, like, who cares? Like, Tom Hardy nailed that role. You know what I mean? I'm not saying who cares that he died, but I mean, it's kind of taken away from Tom Hardy a little bit what he said. I think, like, he's kind of what he said was kind of him saying like, you know, if he was still alive, Tom Hardy wouldn't even have this role.
He wouldn't have. Yeah, I think Heath was the one lined up.
I don't understand why saying that. What does
pay
that
your
do?
respects?
You can pay them in a different way.
You can pay it.
I don't think that's hurtful at all. I think it
is kind of towards Tom Hardy. Like, Tom Hardy, sorry, you only got this role because somebody died.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's what he's just. That's exactly what he just said.
That is the reason why he got the role. But he wasn't even around when Heath Ledger started acting. He was barely in movies.
All right.
So it doesn't matter. They weren't on the same path. The movie probably would have came out earlier if Heath Ledger hadn't died. Like, this movie, for me, I mean, with Tom Hardy, I don't feel like it's a slap to him at all. I think that's paying. I think it's paying extreme respects to show someone with the
respect to Heath Ledger, but it's
I think it's paying for both, saying that they have the same exact charisma and maleness. Like, all the time, these actors are involved in roles, and they are always someone's getting picked over another person. I don't think that's a big deal at all. It's just showing that they are not the perfect fit for this role. It's saying that Tom was the next to walk through that door because as time went on, they were looking for another one, and he had the same charisma as Heath Ledger and as Mel Gibson. Like, that is not something to be slighted at all. Mel Gibson, in my opinion, is one of the greatest actors that I've seen in the last 30 years. He is a phenomenal talent, and to say even getting compared to him is a great
and that's
compliment.
Fine because Mel Gibson's an older actor. I mean, you compare him to him. He's still alive, and he wasn't up for the role. I mean,
Heath Ledger has put on.
At the role.
He had 3 performances that he put on. That is some of the greatest performances of all time.
Yeah, that's fine. But at the same time, why do you have to mention? I don't understand the whole mentioning of, you know, if Heath Ledger didn't die, he would have been in this movie.
I don't understand why not.
I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. It's not like it's paying respects to Heath Ledger. It's not doing anything for Tom Hardy. Who is your guy now? Tom Hardy's your man now.
Yeah.
So why would you come out and say something like that? It doesn't do anything for what you have now.
I think he paid him very good respect. I was very happy with it.
Yes.
No, I thought Tom Hardy. I thought that was a great thing to say about Tom Hardy and his skill.
I really feel like he said, Tom, you're great, but Heath would have been better.
Yeah, that's what he's basically saying.
I don't think so either. I think that he would have, if this movie was made 5 years ago when Heath Ledger was still alive, the Mad Max movie would have gotten made. That's all he was saying, in my opinion. That's all he was saying.
And then Tom wouldn't have been
good
enough.
And then pretty much telling
No, Tom wasn't around.
Tom Hardy got lucky.
Tom wasn't around at that point in time. Like,
Basically,
he wasn't in the running.
Basically, he's telling Tom Hardy he got lucky that somebody died.
No.
Kind of.
Yeah.
No. Not at all.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not saying that at all.
Why don't we put it to the audience and see what they think?
What he's saying is, Tom, if Heath Ledger was never around, Tom Hardy was the next in line because he came later on. He was never even up for the role originally.
Yeah? Heath Ledger was probably.
Yes, obviously they were talking about it, and then he passed away.
But I don't think he even would have been good. I don't think
you
he's
don't know
gritty
that.
enough.
People.
I can't say that he wouldn't have been good, but I can guarantee you that
I don't think
it would have been really hard to beat Tom Hardy in this role.
Tom Hardy did an amazing job, and I think that I don't know if Heath Ledger would have done a good job. I know that nobody thought. I was like one of maybe the 1% that thought that Heath Ledger was going to do a good job as the Joker. Everybody trashed the whole movie, and Nolan and everybody when they signed on Heath Ledger, and then he put out the greatest evil performance of all time. And I don't know how he would have done. I personally don't think he would have been a good fit for this role, but they obviously had a different opinion. I mean, George.
Great person.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, we haven't. I know you did a review about it, but Tom Hardy was so great in this movie, but yet he still wasn't the greatest in the movie. Like, I don't think he was the best character in the movie. Like, in my eyes, I thought I can't remember her name. The lead.
Theron?
Yeah.
Charlize?
Yeah, Charlize. Yeah.
See, I thought she was the weakest.
No way, man.
Yeah.
She killed that role, man.
I thought she was the weakest
She
out of
killed
three.
that role.
She was,
dude. Come on.
She was.
And she kicked ass the whole
she
time.
didn't. I mean, she didn't really have one arm. It was all CG work. No, actually, it wasn't CG. They had a metal contraption. They CG'd her arm out.
Well, I'm not looking at it like that. I'm looking at in the movie,
I thought her performance. If you took the three,
and she kicked everybody's ass in it.
I thought if you took the three, Tom Hardy, Nicholas Hoult, and Charlize Theron, I thought Nicholas Hoult did the best.
He was the.
I thought Tom Hardy was second best. He was the crazy kind of, and then you had Tom Hardy as a second. I thought she was the third best. And then I found out later that I guess Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy were really at wit ends with each other during the filming of that movie. They really disliked each other. Mm-hmm. They were not getting along at all.
I can see that.
I mean, they're in the desert. So I mean, it's like you're filming in the desert for like months.
I bet she gets a nomination for an Oscar for this movie.
No,
I think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if she did.
I think if anybody out of this movie has a chance, it's going to be her.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I liked her. I thought she was good. I just didn't think that she was close to Oscar worthy. I would think that.
I totally agree with that, but
yeah,
we got an awful lot of disagreement going on tonight.
Yeah. I liked her in the movie. She just wasn't my favorite. She was my third.
That's crazy. That is no.
I said that in my review. I said that I thought she was the third.
This is my whole girl power thing that I'm on right now because.
I'm okay with it. I'm all about girl power. I have higher expectations for Charlize Theron. I think she's an amazing actress.
She kicked so much ass in that movie, dude. Like
she was the best thing in
jumping around that truck, freaking underneath it, fixing shit. Like that was awesome. Dude.
A lot of it, and so did Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, but it's a guy. Who cares?
So much about that women empowerment thing.
It's the woman.
Girls
dude.
fixing cars.
Hey,
that's amazing. Guys fix cars all the time.
Yeah, but the girls don't usually do that. That's what I'm saying. She jumped up. She did that. You know what I mean? She's the one. All right, guys are usually the heroes in these movies.
Yes, you're right.
And the girl is the hero in this movie.
Moving on.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with saying the girl was the hero in this movie?
Now that you've said that,
that's what I'm saying. She's the one who did all that.
The way that you said it before was very easy to take it a different way.
I guess so, but that's not what I meant.
Just like apparently George Miller's comments from about Heath Ledger and Tom Hardy.
It was 2 versus 1 on that one. I guess it was 2 versus 1 on that one. I didn't mean it in that way though. I meant she just took the initiative and.
She was one of the heroes. I think you had a dual hero. You had a dual hero with her and Hardy. All right, actually, a triple heroes because I think Nicholas Hoult.
All of them, yeah. All of them were heroes, and the girls.
I don't want to get into spoiler talk or anything, but Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, don't spoil anything. I haven't seen it yet.
The 4 girls, the other 3 girls too.
They were all good.
Yeah, they were all heroes.
Great.
I mean,
the villains, everything, fantastic. Go see that movie.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
check it out.
Like I said, that was my favorite movie up until I watched Ex Machina, and then Ex Machina just kind of.
So far, that's my highest rated movie of the year.
Just blew
Mad
away.
Max.
I mean, dude,
you have to go.
Dude, you have to see Ex Machina.
I will. I'll probably see it this week.
Yeah.
I'll probably see it this week.
Oh my god!
Stop the podcast right now. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. All right. Next segment is in or out of the trailer park, where we quickly talk about very quickly. We're gonna keep it kind of under a minute each. Where everyone loves a good movie trailer. Well, here is where we talk about 5. Usually 5. There's a lot of trailers that came out this week, and I only chose like
10 of them.
Probably 10 of the 30, it seemed like, trailers that came out. It seemed like they were dumping trailers. Like, there was like 4 new ones every day. I had it narrowed down to 5 or 6, and then I was like, oh, there's 7. I got to add this in. And then I was like, I added a couple at the end. I'm like, let's just say like 1 word or like 1 sentence about these trailers.
Midnight last night. Oh, you got to watch this trailer too.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. And that was, I saw a trailer that came out recently, and like last night, in between movies that I was watching. We're going to get into the movie trailers. First one up, May 14th came out. The Minions official trailer number 3 hit the web and had an alarming 1.5 million views in 7 days. That's a lot of plays, especially for the 3rd trailer. Are you in or out on the Minions 3rd trailer for the Minion movie for Minions. Minions. Millions
for millions.
Banana.
I'm totally in. I'll go first. I'll just jump in here. I'm totally in. I love Despicable Me. It was one of my favorite animated cartoon movies. Despicable Me 2 was just as good. And
both hilarious.
The Minions are one of my favorite characters in those movies. So
I have a Minion right here.
yeah.
Little DJ Minion.
Yep.
Little DJ
Yeah, that was
setup.
from the first one at the end where he was DJing. But yeah, I'm totally in for this. I'll be in. I'll be watching with all the little kitties and everything. I'll be in there. I'll be laughing and I'll be clapping at the end of the movie.
And then you can go watch Blue's Clues afterwards.
Yeah, whatever. It's all good. After
Shaun
that,
the Sheep.
After that, I'll watch whatever. I mean, I'm gonna be so on top of the clouds on that one. So.
All right.
I was all in on the first trailer. I was in on the second trailer. I now feel like I've seen the entire movie, so why waste my money?
Not true.
Interesting. All right. Well, I mean, I am in on the movie. I feel like I'm getting kind of beaten over the head with Minions.
Yes.
I don't really care about. I don't want to see any more. I am done looking at these trailers because like you said, in and out. I'm in, but just barely. Like I'm done. I just want the movie to get here.
Like
I want to watch the movie.
one more trailer and you're done.
I don't want any more trailers. I don't want to see any more from these. I want to kind of get the Minions out of my head before I go see them in the theater, and then watch it play out because I think it's going to be a really funny movie like all the other ones, and I'm done. If you give me another trailer, I'm out. I'm done. I'll still see it because I have kids, but I'm out if you give me All right, we're going to move on to the next one. May 17th, we got our first look at the Steve Jobs movie. Yes, the first look. You saw the Ashton Kutcher in a Jobs movie recently, but let's try to completely forget about that movie. The synopsis for this new Steve Jobs movie is his passion and his ingenuity have been the driving force behind the digital age. However, his drive to revolutionize this technology was sacrificial. Ultimately, it affected his family life and possibly his health. In this revealing film, we explore the trials and triumphs of a modern-day genius, the late CEO of Apple Inc., Stephen Paul Jobs. Are you in or out on Steve Jobs, the new movie? And based on the synopsis and the first look teaser, I'll start off. I love this. I loved the first look. I can't wait to see this movie. It's going to be, basically, they're going to be coming out. I think it's when he first goes out there to talk about, I think it's like the iPhone, and then it's going to be like the maybe the next generation. It's coming where he's milestones in his career, where he's going to be presenting that to a forum, and I think that is really cool. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be 3 long takes, and I'm really excited to see it. I like the little look that we got from Seth Rogen. Mm-hmm. I think I'm really excited. I think this movie has the potential to get into Oscar talk. I think you're going to see Fassbender pull this out. Doesn't look like him, but I think after a few minutes, you've seen him acting, you're going to be falling right in, and just you're going to be in the movie with him as Steve Jobs. What do you think?
I mean, I'm looking forward to it,
yep.
But I don't think I have as high hopes as you do for it.
No?
I don't think it's going to be Oscar nominated. I mean, it has to be better than Ashton Kutcher's version of it.
It doesn't have to be, but it might likely will be.
No, it's more than likely gonna be. But with a topic like this, I mean, I would rather see like a doc on it, like just
like a documentary,
just straight up documentary on it. And I don't think a biopic is really needed for here, but we'll see. I mean, it might be good, it might not be. Who knows?
What do you think, Liz?
On the fence.
I'm in. I am not really big on technology or anything like that, but the little snippet that it did give, it just so passionate, and it was so like, it got you amped to know everything about him. Not just, the work he did, but his home life and like how that dynamic happened. So,
all right.
I'll do it.
In and out, or on the fence.
On the fence. Yeah.
On the fence.
No,
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm just not excited as you are.
I'm really excited. I think Fassbender's an amazing actor, and I'm looking forward to see Seth Rogen. I'm really looking forward to see Seth Rogen's spin on it. Like, I think he's going to be a serious character, but have a couple of little goofiness to him. I think it's gonna. I can't wait. I'm hoping. What I am hoping is that Seth Rogen gets nominated. I think that's some of the Oscar love that I hope, because I want to see him like the Jonah Hill come out of that just straight up goofy, crazy, over the top character and really hammer it home that he can actually act. I would love to see that. All right. Next up, May 19th is a movie that got, oh man, the DJ community set ablaze.
Big time.
Holy cow.
Big time.
Yeah. Zac Efron's new movie called We Are Your Friends had its first trailer drop, and it set the DJ community on fire, and not in a good way. Here is a lengthy synopsis. An aspiring DJ looks to make it in LA within the electronic music scene.
Lengthy.
That's lengthy. It's a mouthful. Are you in or out on We Are Your Friends based off the trailer? I will go with Liz, the non-DJ of the group.
No, I think we should start with the DJs.
No, I want to see what Liz has to say first. I want to see what she has to say.
Okay, so as a non-DJ, taking it as a fluff movie, I am in. I think it looks entertaining. I think it looks fun. And I'm curious to see if it kind of fits the true path of what DJs really have to go through.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think, Chad?
And I have a crush on Zac Efron.
You should. I think he's an amazing talent.
So
I think it's tough for some DJs because it's the way they did come up, and they don't want to believe that's the way they came up. Like, I see a lot of these DJs like posting stuff like this, and I'm like, that's how you came up, though. Like, that the same way this guy's coming up, that's how you did it. Like, but they want to play it off like they did. I first saw this Afrojack posted on his Twitter, and he posted it, and he said, "Can't wait."
Afrojack, for those of you who don't know, he is a famous DJ,
world famous, and he did a lot of work with
makes millions of dollars.
Yeah. He posted it, and he said, "Can't wait for this movie. It looks so good." So I'm like, "Oh man, I watched it. Does look good. I mean, it looked pretty entertaining to me." I go on Twitter and I go on Facebook, whatever. Just a long list of these DJs that I know.
Mm-hmm.
Movie sucks. This is terrible. It doesn't say anything about the DJ world. Yes, it does. It's exactly what the DJ world is. I'm sorry to say. I mean, all those. Oh, I don't DJ anymore, but all these little local DJs and everything that think they're big time, and it looks like a fun movie. It's interesting to see how they actually do it and see if it is kind of true or. I mean, I think it was a little ridiculous with the 125 beats per minute.
Oh my lord,
that was pretty bad.
So let me go. You're in on it? You're in on the movie.
Yeah, I'm in. But
so I was watching this movie and I had to stop and rewind to watch this one scene that he's talking about. Yeah, you got to start off at a low BPM. I'm thinking, all right, he's gonna start off with some R&B, get in the 90s, the high 80s, low 90s, and work his way up. And he's like, you start off at 125 beats. I'm like, oh my lord.
First, I hit him up with the 125,
which is not a resting heart.
No, that 125 is. For those of you that don't know a lot about music or whatever, it's like I like to move it.
Yeah.
That movie, that beat is 124 beats per minute. Yeah. You're talking, I like to move it. I like to.
That's how he starts them off.
Yeah, that's how he starts them off. Like that's the kind of tempo that you're talking. And then he's like, and I got to work it all the way up to 128. That's the magic number. I'm like,
and that's like Girls Run the
really?
World.
You could have at least gone to like 130 to give it a little bit of a break. I'm like, come on. Yeah, we're going from I like to move it to party rock anthem. Yeah. Like that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, obviously he's talking about different tempos and like that feel of the music and stuff like that. But
I'm really hoping they fix it. Like, do you think they might fix that after like?
Oh my lord!
No,
because there's so many.
I don't know if they can.
I think they can probably edit that out. Like,
but they have to do it in the movie too.
We don't know what the scene is gonna be. Maybe it's just him talking like that.
Yeah,
and maybe they might fix it because.
So, for me,
should we start a petition?
I am out because as funny as I thought that scene was, I thought the movie looked like a yawner. I was watching the whole trailer and I was like, holy cow, this movie looks so boring. I don't want to see somebody just sit there and talk with their friends and pretend to DJ. I can see that going to the next Avicii concert or something like that. I don't need to do this. It's like I'm gonna sit in my bedroom and write the next famous track to make myself famous. Like I don't want to see that. I'm working on it. It's just like, should I use this sound? Beep. Or should I use this sound? boop. I don't know which one. It's so different. I can't figure it out. It's like I got to use different sounds. Oh, there's somebody's shooting a nail gun. Yeah, woohoo! I got that as a sound in my song. It's gonna be a clap though. It's in the song. It's in the, I was
And
just
he
like,
catches it on his iPhone. Too,
yeah, yes, yeah. It's gonna be. I just have a feeling it's gonna be boring. It's gonna be, and it's too bad because I think Zac Efron is a big talent. I think he has a lot of skill. I just don't know where the fuck he's going with this movie. This movie, I was like, wow. And it had nothing. I don't care about the DJ side of it. That part with 125 to 128, hilarious. Yeah. But the rest of it, I was just like, this is going to be boring. Like, boring. If this, I mean, I don't know. I don't see the story with him and his friends being that entertaining. I feel like that's going to get old quick. Then he's going to have this new guy come in who's going to mess with him. And Zac Efron's going to steal his girlfriend. And then that new guy is going to like totally backstab Zac Efron. And then Zac Efron's going to fucking write the song of his life at the end of the movie. Like, woohoo! Like, it's going to be
in the movie for him.
It's going to be boring. I don't know. I don't see it as being that fun. But
a good comparison for this, I saw somebody write this. Because somebody was complaining. I'm not going to throw out DJ names or anything like that. But he did complain about it. He posted the trailer. He complained about it.
Yeah.
So somebody underneath it put something like, do you think mechanics complain about Fast and Fury? Like it's something like that. Because Fast and Furious is so beyond, like, the real car world.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Do you think a mechanic, because that's his life, you know, cars.
That's I mean, I would say more like probably car racers, you know, people that actually race cars. That's more that movie.
Even, do you think a NASCAR driver
and
refuses
I think
to
like
watch
more street racing cars?
Talladega Nights?
That's a
like
good
like a NASCAR driver. No, they love that movie because
it's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
But this movie isn't trying to be hilarious.
Yeah, but it's kind of the same thing. Like, who cares if you're a DJ?
Yeah,
enjoy the movie.
I don't care about the as far as the DJing goes.
Yeah, exactly.
As far as the DJing goes, I know. Unfortunately, it is a lot like especially the famous DJs.
Yeah.
Like, they sit at home, try to figure out that track. They got lucky and they got selected as one of the very few to have their song played on the radio, and now they tour all over the country. And now they have all these people to write their tracks for them and make their tracks for them so that they can keep putting out newer tracks.
Not all of them.
I'm
going to throw that in there.
Not all of them, but most.
Not all of them, but most, but not all of them.
Yeah. So I would have to say that this movie is potentially fairly true to the especially the electronic dance music, which is just all dance music in general. But the 125 to 128 scene, come on, do like 120 to 130 or something. Yeah, something. Or just start on your 118 or something. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna go up 4 ticks. Yeah. 25
and nobody's gonna notice.
Yeah. Boom. And it cracked me up because he was like, I'm gonna start them off slow. He's like, you gotta get people out of their minds, and into their bodies. I was like, what the fuck?
I was all into it, man. I love that shit.
Man, that was
passion
sad.
right there.
Yeah, that was passion. All right, you had to do something. He tried to sell it. That's for sure. All right, May 19th, we got another trailer for Maze. Well, not another trailer but another trailer. Maze Runner sequel, The Scortch Trials, and it has its first trailer drop. The synopsis for the sequel is, after having escaped the maze, the Gladers are now faced with a new set of challenges on the open roads of a desolate landscape filled with unimaginable obstacles. Did you see The Maze Runner? Did either one of you see The Maze Runner, the first one? And where are you looking forward to the sequel? And after the trailer, are you in or out? Have you seen Maze Runner?
Yes.
You saw it.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
No.
Okay, so after seeing the trailer for the Scorch Trials...
I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't even watch the trailer.
Wow!
I knew instantly I wasn't going to want to watch it, so I didn't even watch it.
I will tell you this, I have listened to a couple of people that did not like The Maze Runner, and after watching the Scorch Trials, they felt like this movie could be better than the original. But go ahead.
And I'll jump in on that one.
So Chad's out. He just was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
No,
Maze.
I'm not wasting my 3 minutes right now on this. No.
I watched The Maze Runner, and it was god-awful. God-awful. It was like a bad C-list Hunger Games and Divergent combined. Bad. Don't waste your money. Bad. Don't even buy it in the $5 Walmart bin.
Okay.
Bad. I watched the trailer for the Scorch Trials,
Uh-huh.
looks infinitely better than the first movie. That actually could be a reasonable movie.
So
it is not
due
something,
to the trailer, you might be back in on
Right.
this franchise.
I don't know if I would go see it in the theater.
Might wait.
I would see it, when it came to the $5 movie bin.
What happens if it starts getting like a lot of positive feedback? When then maybe
If I see a second trailer that's even better than the first, I would consider going to see it. But
Okay.
it could redeem the first one because
Don't
the
ask me
first
to
one
go.
was bad.
All right. Well, for me, I love the first Maze Runner movie. I thought it was, as far as that tween genre of movies, of the dystopian type movies. You have Divergent, which I thought was the worst movie one of the worst movies I saw that year. I thought it was horrendous. And you have the first Hunger Games movie, which I also thought was really bad. I thought this movie, as a first installment to the franchise, was the best out of those three. I thought the Hunger Games first one with Jennifer Lawrence and everything like that, I thought that was not good. The second movie, on the other hand, Catching Fire, was amazing. That movie was, I think I rated like an 8 or an 8.5. It was really well done. The Maze Runner, I think I might have rated like a 6 or 6.5 out of 10, which for me is really good for that genre. I enjoyed it. I am looking forward to, after I saw the trailer, very much so, I'm looking forward to Scorch Trials. I'm so far, everything that I've gotten for the Maze Runner series, I'm all in. I'm all in on everything, all across the board. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was very well done, of the dystopian
I don't know
type
if we
films.
can be friends anymore.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, I'll edit you out from here on.
All right, so we got it out, in, and
I want to
maybe.
see a second trailer.
She wants to see a second trailer, so
On the
she's on the
fence.
fence. All right. All right. Next up, May 19th, Pixels had 2 trailers drop: the official trailer number 2 and the official trailer. If you had to pick one of these trailers, one of these 2 trailers, to tell someone to watch, which of these trailers would you choose, and are you in or out based on the newest trailers? You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would pick the official trailer number 2 over the international trailer. I felt the international trailer was very similar to the original trailer that came out. And I felt like the official trailer number 2 was a little bit newer information. Actually, I was on the fence with Pixels before. After seeing the second trailer, I am in. I am all in on this movie because I liked it. I felt like it wasn't as goofy and over the top. I'm a little nervous still with Adam Sandler as the goofy over the top, but he seems like he's going to be a little more toned down, and I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see how it plays out. What about you, Chad?
I'm still all in.
Yeah.
Oh, and I had to pick a trailer. I would go with trailer number 2. I don't think there was that much of a difference between the international trailer and the first one, like you said.
Yeah.
The more I see of this movie, the more I'm in. I mean, I'm a big time. I was a big time video game person. I'm not anymore, but
Should I get a Donkey Kong down here or something? Maybe Miss Pac-Man?
I will have. Hopefully, Loot Crate sends me a Donkey Kong.
You know what game? There's 2 games that I would love. That would be Contra. Love Contra.
All the first 3 were awesome.
And I would love to get a Tekken. Tekken 4, I think. That would be an amazing game.
That was your favorite fighting game?
I love Tekken, yeah. Oh, I love it. I love the storyline that plays throughout the game. Oh, it's so good. And then if you win, it has a little story that it comes at the end. Oh, so awesome. I love that movie. I was harangue. I loved him. He was great.
I didn't play
Little reminiscent.
that was a Sega game, I think. I didn't have Sega.
It came out, I think it started there, but I got into it when it was in PlayStation.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What do you think?
I didn't play that game.
So, I don't know which trailer was which. I watched a bunch of them. I would probably recommend the shortest of the trailers
Go to the teaser.
because that made the movie look less stupid. I am so far out on this movie.
Wow.
You made me snort.
Yeah.
It's so god awful. I don't like Adam Sandler. I don't like the slapstick. I don't like the overacting. I don't like any of that.
He is an overactor.
No. Don't ever say that about
He's
my
an
boy ever
overactor.
again.
Not
ironically-
he is an overreactor and an overactor.
I love Jim Carrey and how he
I
does
love
it.
him. He's
I
amazing.
cannot stand how Adam Sandler does it. I don't like the different voices. I don't yeah. Don't like him at all.
I'm guessing you didn't like Billy Madison.
I don't think I've ever seen an Adam Sandler movie start to finish.
Wow.
What?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I'm no on this movie.
So little rom-coms are not that bad.
So you don't like
you
what
said
about
that before.
Dirty D, Mr. Deeds? Mr. Deeds?
No.
Mr. Deeds was good.
No.
Oh wow.
No.
But you even said his
no.
rom-coms are not that bad.
No.
Like the one with Jennifer Aniston.
Just go with it.
Go with it.
I love
that. Was
that.
good.
I love
that wasn't over the top. That was.
And you get to see Jennifer Aniston in a bikini.
Who wouldn't want to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd take a peek at that, but no, on the Adam Sandler, and the movie just looked so cheesy.
Yeah,
No,
that's the whole point.
Yeah.
I get the whole pixel video game thing. That aspect was kind of cool,
The 8-bit
but
Miss Pac-Man coming to
Donkey
Mr.
Kong.
Pac-Man.
the acting towards it
Yeah.
was just so cheesy.
Yeah.
So
All right. So
yeah, watch the
way
shortest trailer. It'll,
Way out.
You know,
I love all these guys together, man. And they added what's his name from The Wedding Ringer.
Josh Gad.
Josh Gad. Yeah, he's now he was in the original Book of Mormon. I never knew that. Like in the Broadway play.
Oh, really?
Like he was in the original, like when it first got released.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the girl in it.
Well, he's
just,
definitely talented.
Yeah.
I don't. Just bad acting across the board.
She is totally out.
I think
She is
she's
running
totally
in the
out.
opposite direction.
She's running from Pac-Man right now.
She is underneath her blankets, hiding from this
You
movie.
didn't laugh when when the creator of
that
Pac-Man
was
was like, "That's my little boy."
Run away!
So cheesy. So cheesy. And he bites his hand and it all turns to pixels and he's like, oh,
Yeah.
no.
It was pretty funny.
Loved it.
All right, we're gonna move
Next.
on. In and out on this particular set of trailers.
So far out.
She is out on everything pixel related. I think she's gonna go and find the nearest Pac-Man and dump it over on its side.
Fuck you, Adam Sandler.
People are gonna be looking at her like, why is she yelling at Miss Pac-Man, tipping it over and swearing at Adam Sandler?
Beating it with a baseball bat.
Watch the trailers, you'll understand.
God awful.
All right, so May 21st, we had the upcoming stop-motion animated film, which Chad had mentioned that we got a trailer a long time ago, and they pulled it. They kind of pulled it.
Apparently
and then
we're behind the times on
re-released
this.
it because they re-released the trailer because the movie got pushed back several months for the release here. It's already released overseas. It's already made about $60 million. But Shaun the Sheep, we got the first official trailer. First time I had seen it, and the only question that I have is, with animated film production budgets going through the roof lately, are you in or out on this movie being a financial success based off the trailer? For me, I'm on the fence. I hope that it looked funny. The trailer looks funny. I like the series. I think they played on Nickelodeon every once in a while. They have like little clips that they play on Nickelodeon. Yeah. I think it's Nickelodeon. Every once in a while, and I've seen it with my kids and stuff like that, and they look funny. I'm concerned because production budgets for animated films now are in the hundreds of millions of dollars. It's rare where you see a animated film that's 30, 50, 60 million. It's usually above 100 million. And right now it's made 60 million overseas, which overseas is where their market really is. Mm-hmm. So I'm nervous that they're going to be able to make the 300 million to actually make it a success, because say if it's just, I'll even go on the low end, $80 million budget that they had, production budget. You have to now, whatever the theaters make, you take a third of that. So right now they've made 60. Take a third of that, goes to the theaters. So now you have $20 million to the theaters. Now they're down to $40 million. And then with marketing on top of it, we'll even go on the low end there, say $20 million. So now we're at $100 million for the production budget and the marketing. Now that movie has to make another 95 million or so to kind of break it even, because if you say right now it's at 60, it makes another 90, it gets up to 170, cut that in a third, now you're talking 60 million off that's 110, and the movie, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. What do you think?
I'm all in for this movie. I mean,
but do you think it's going to be a financial success?
It hasn't released the budget yet. I mean, Wallace and Wallace and Gromit.
Gromit.
They did it on a $30 million budget. That was in 2005, 2007, somewhere around there. So double that maybe. I mean, $60 million.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
$70 million. I don't know what the budget is.
The only thing they have going for them is like the voice actors. They just don't have a lot of famous voice actors. So that's gonna save on the budget a little bit.
I don't think it's gonna be a financial success over here. It's kind of like Chicken Run, Wallace and Gromit, whatever.
Yeah.
Good movies, but they just don't hit over here. This is a big cartoon overseas.
Huge, BBC.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna do really well over there. I know their market is not as big as ours, but it has a possibility.
Do you know if it's been released in like England?
I don't know if it's been released in England or not. No.
I know it's been released overseas.
In China,
it's made $60
Asia,
million,
it's been hitting in Asia, and I know it just opened up in China or Japan or whatever.
Okay.
But they don't have it released here until like September or August, so it might gain some ground. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
If it's
got really good reviews.
If it's a $60 million budget, I'll say that it has the chance to.
I think it's gonna
make money,
be
but not. It's not gonna do It's not gonna make. To make it a big financial success, it's gonna have to do like $300 million, and I don't see it doing that. I don't see it being over $80 million. When is it getting released?
I don't think until like September or August here.
So it's gonna be going. If it gets released in August, it's gonna be a good counterbalance to like a lot of the summer blockbusters. Yeah. So it could be good counter programming. What do you think?
I don't think it's gonna be very financially successful. I think it'll probably be a great movie, but I don't think it's gonna make a lot of money. I think it's only saving grace here is they are attaching it to the previews with things like Tomorrowland.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were there, the entire theater was kids.
Yeah.
So they're already putting it in kids' minds. Go see this movie. Go see this movie.
Yeah, because I haven't seen any trailers on TV.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen any trailers there, but I did enjoy because I saw the screener and when you see screeners, they don't play trailers ahead of time. Yeah. So I didn't see the trailer there, unfortunately. But I'm looking forward to the movie. I just don't see it being a financial success. I'll go see it with my son.
Yeah,
but I don't see it having those long runs like Frozen and like other movies like Lego Movie and stuff. I don't see it having a long run, especially if there's any other animated movies that come out in that time. I think it's just gonna get chopped off of the knees around here.
And even the trailer, I mean, it's a good trailer, it's a fun trailer, but it doesn't really get you like pumped up for the movie or anything. Right. It's just kind of like, oh,
it's fun.
It's that humor they got over there. Like you got to be into it or you're not into it. I mean.
Into it or not into it?
Exactly. It's been released.
Not in or out. Into it or not into it.
It's been released over there, by the way. I just looked
it has. So it's kind of tapped on all of it. So it's $60 million right now. It really depends on what the production budget. If the production budget is $40 million, yeah, it's going to be a financial success. Not a huge financial success, but it'll be successful enough. If it's a $70 to $100 million budget, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. All right, next one up. A new ZomCom, I'll call it a ZomCom, is coming out soon, and it's called Cooties. This movie stars Elijah Wood, Rainn Wilson, Alison Pill, and a few others. The synopsis is a mystery virus hits an isolated elementary school, transforming the kids into a feral swarm of mass savages. An unlikely hero must lead a motley band of teachers in a fight of their lives. Are you in or out on seeing ZomCom Cooties while it's in the theater, Chad? Out.
This looks terrible.
Oh.
It looks god awful to me.
Yes.
It doesn't. I love my horror movies, but
this isn't really a horror. This is a comedy.
It's a horror comedy. Yeah, it's bad. It's
like a zombie com.
Yeah, it's bad. No,
ZomCom.
A good zombie com is like Zombie Land. Like that was a really good ZomCom.
Mm-hmm.
This, no.
Yeah.
Just
completely out. What do you think?
I want to know what Elijah Wood is doing right now, for one, because this is terrible. I don't even know why you would sign on to this movie.
All right. What do you think?
Whatever.
Yeah, so out.
So out?
Yeah, it just very cheesy. Like, if you're going to do something zombie-ish, make it look real. Like, the kids didn't even look like they actually had, diseases and degrading flesh and things like that.
Oh, there was a couple of shots that they did.
It was like I went and bought a Halloween makeup kit and went down and grabbed a bunch of kids and
maybe I'll have to look at the trailer a little closely.
Put on some like witch warts and stuff and was like, there you go, kids.
They got a decent cast and it's because Rainn Wilson is funny.
Yeah,
he's from the Office, right?
Yeah,
he's funny. He's good. They got.
He was great in one of my favorite movies of all time, Sahara. I love that movie.
And then they got Jack McBride, and he was from 30 Rock. He does the show with Triumph the dog now or whatever.
I haven't watched.
But yeah, I mean he's funny too. But I just this movie.
All right, for me, I am all in. I loved this trailer. I thought it was hilarious. I love seeing the kids get hit by cars and all that kind of stuff. This was so funny. I thought it was really funny. I don't know if I'll see it in the theater. This is one of those movies that I think I would just like to sit at home, just laugh at, point at it, and make fun of it, all that kind of stuff.
Jump on some popcorn.
Slam popcorn in my face, like chugging Starburst minis like crazy.
Don't ever do that ever again.
We were talking about Brokeback earlier.
Jesus Christ. We're double fisting.
Starburst minis. Double fisting. Starburst minis. Fruit snacks.
I've never eaten a Starburst like this, by the way. just saying.
Then you're eating them wrong. Taste the rainbow.
I mean,
that's Skittles.
They're juicier that way if you do it.
Like, it's a bag. Wouldn't you just Starburst minis?
No,
like
it comes in a nice bag like this. It's like it comes out and you just.
Yeah, but there's wrappers on it.
No, Starburst minis don't have wrappers.
They're juicier that way if you double fist.
Yes. Because you get stuck at the bottom sometimes. You gotta really.
For the listeners out there that can't see this is R-rated right now.
Yeah, definitely check out the YouTube.
Yeah.
If you want to see this. Oh, because I think it was Daniel Hernandez III, our favorite troll.
Our favorite fisherman?
troll. Yeah, the fisherman out there. He has suggested that we start, and Chad has mentioned this as well, that we do a meme of the week with the show. Yeah. And you guys pick a clip in the show.
Might be it.
And
you
do the meme. No, I don't want it to be too dirty. Take it down a notch, guys. Take it down a notch. Yeah. Maybe having Skittles rain all over me or something. No, that's about it. Just taste the rainbow.
Have something rain on them.
If it's this one like this,
no, take it easy.
And your mom makes a meme on it, that might be bad.
My mom?
She likes commenting on a lot of things around there.
Oh my gosh.
She might make a meme for it.
Yeah. Oh my.
Meme of the week, folks.
Yep.
Meme of the week.
Yeah, go ahead. Take a picture. Take a little screen cap and meme it up. Do what you got to do. See what you got.
Yeah.
We'll see what
Leave
you got.
Leave it in the comments. They'll pick the best. Give you a little,
Yeah, we'll see. We'll let Chad take care of that.
I'll take care of the meme.
Oh, awesome. All right, so I'm all in on the cooties. You guys are completely out.
Yeah.
Completely out.
I will not be calling either one of you if I get a screener for it. All right, May 22nd. This is Chad. This is one of Chad's trailers that he wanted to talk about. Keanu Reeves follows up his highly praised performance in last year's movie, John Wick, with this year's horror flick called Knock Knock. Here is its synopsis. A pair of femme fatales wreak havoc on the life of a happily married man. With a short and to the point synopsis, are you in or out on the synopsis, and are you in or out on the trailer?
Going with me first?
Yeah. This is your trailer, man. This is what you want to talk about.
I can't stand Keanu Reeves, you know that.
You hate him.
I love this movie, though. I can't wait for it. I'm so excited for it. It looks like it's going to be a fun movie. Mm-hmm. It's going to be slasher. It's going to be... And it's kind of like a reverse role because the man... I'll let you say that. We were talking about it earlier. Yeah. But yeah, it looks so good in a corny kind of way, but in a good way.
All right.
I'm loving it.
All right. All in. What about you?
All in.
All in.
All in on this. I hate horror movies. I hate slasher flicks. I hate anything in this genre, and I am all in with this.
Okay. Do you like Keanu Reeves?
No.
You don't like Keanu either?
No.
Whoa.
That's all I can hear when I see Keanu.
Whoa.
Is just dumb surfer dude, but this looks amazing. And like he said, I love how they flipped it a little bit. Generally, sexual predators are going to be men.
Yes.
And these two women are sexual predators. Mm-hmm. And in a weird go women type of way, go fucking women.
Seriously, fucking women.
and by the way, I forgot to add this. Eli Roth, anything his name is attached to is I'm pretty much...
Some people kind of hate on him, say a lot of his ideas are stolen.
All they want, I love them.
So he picks the good ideas to steal, I guess.
I guess so. Whatever. Yeah.
It looks so well done.
With
so
me,
good.
I thought it looked a little silly. I'm in on the movie. I'm in on the trailer. I like the trailer a little bit, not as far as horror movies go, but I think it's going to be a little kind of goofy at times.
I could see that.
I think though, I love the way that Keanu Reeves played the character in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I like his loving role of his, with this, he's this family man and all kind of stuff. And I liked how they came in and kind of seduced him. And then when it turned, there was so much about it that I was just kind of like, these girls are not going to hold me in this movie. And it was sad because I was like, I was hoping for it to be a big kind of like role reversal.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, these women are going to like just tear him apart. Like in Gone Girl. Like Gone Girl, she was the fear factor of that movie.
I think if they had an actress like her in one of those roles to hold her presence
there was a point where she's holding the gun and she's like I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
or
really?
when she's in the daughter's uniform, just how like
cheeseball. It's just a little on the cheesy side. And I just feel like they're not gonna hold up the movie for me, and they are the main antagonist of this film. They are a little kind of villainous. They do have like a little creepy vibe to them, but as far as it overall, just overall, I just wasn't feeling it like their part, but I like the rest of it. So I think the story's gonna be good. Just don't know if it's gonna play well out. Yeah. I'm in on the trailer. Everybody's in. All in. All right, May 21st, we also got the Batkid Begins documentary. Had its first official trailer come out, and are you in or out? This is going to be an in or out. Just give some quick thoughts on your thoughts about what they're doing with this trailer and what, the whole story. Batkid is a kid who had cancer, and he might be still going through treatments, but there is a Make-A-Wish Foundation who made this kid's wish of becoming Batman.
The real Batman.
Real Batman. No. Becoming Batkid and saving the day. And they did a phenomenal job. Yeah. What do you think?
It looks awesome. I mean, I'm all in for it. I mean, I've been really getting into documentaries, and this definitely is going to be one that I will watch. Yeah. It looks like it's going to be kind of a tearjerker at points. Mm-hmm. But I love the participation that everybody had. Like, there was a Joker, there was a Penguin, and he got all of them. Yeah.
I mean,
Save the girl.
I'm all on board with this. I think that the Batkid documentary. I don't typically. We had just talked about this on the last one. We were talking about Star Wars. When Jason Widgeby, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. He had said, "Did you guys cry when you saw the Star Wars trailer?" And I was like, "No, I don't typically cry. Like, trailers are so short, it's tough to draw some emotion." That being said, this trailer for this movie, I was watching it, and 3/4 through had that little Denzel tear stroll down the cheek, just sitting there watching it with a little bit of smile on my face, and just watching it like kind of just, oh, Batkid, I'm rooting for you, man. Like, it's really warming, it's really touching, and I can't wait to see it. And I think if this does get released in the theaters, at least a semi-world like wide release, I really hope that you guys all do whatever you can to get out and see it. Find a local theater that does like independent movies and that will show it, and just give as much money as you possibly can to see this, because it's one of those. It's just it's for a good cause, really.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
I think it's fantastic. I think there should be more movies like this in a way to just kind of raise awareness of things like childhood cancer, and foundations like Make-A-Wish. Make-A-Wish, they grant so many wishes for so many kids, and sometimes it's the last good moment a kid ever has. And I think it's a fantastic idea, and I think it's amazing the support the kid got. People were flying in from other countries to
flying
come
all over
and
the
support.
place. Yeah.
They had to stop people from coming in. They had to turn away people. We have too many people, and I just think it's a fantastic cause.
It's great. I'm really looking for it, and like we also have something in the selfie side of it where we'll get to talk about this a little bit more. Now, to kind of just get all the emotions back in our body.
This is a different kind of emotion.
It's time. Take this on a different road here. Just quick thoughts on Gem and the Holograms trailer. This came out right after we recorded our last show. Must have came out during it. What do you think about Gem and the Holograms trailer?
It's terrible. the movie's gonna be a stink, like bad. Like,
It's gonna be a stink.
It's gonna be a stink. Like it's gonna be a bad movie. Like the trailer.
This is 40. It's gonna have the smell in there too.
I'm not saying I was being a guy. I wasn't the biggest Gem and the Holograms fan.
But you know of it.
I did watch it. I can't tell you like every episode or anything like that. I know they did music videos in the middle of the cartoons and stuff like that, and I understand what was going on. And this movie doesn't.
Gem is excitement.
This movie doesn't follow it.
Gem.
Gem. The original Gem was a little bit older. She was her own manager.
Yeah.
And she was the lead singer. And
Dual identities. Shit.
dual identities. Yeah. It's just she had like rival bands. They're not in this apparently. They're not nowhere to be seen. This kid is young. She's like a teenager.
And she had a hologram.
Yeah.
Gem and the hologram.
And
where is the hologram?
The trailer itself was just terrible. They used the wrong song. I mean, this is a girl's movie. Use a girl song. She said Kesha earlier. Use a Kesha song.
Dude,
use the original
sing Gem. Yeah,
song.
People would go bananas if they heard that.
Why would you pick a One Direction song that came out 3 years ago? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I think
they should have came out with "You're tearing up my heart."
anything would have been better than
you.
that One Direction song. Oh my god, they needed to bring it back to an 80s song or something, 90s song. Just. In the it just doesn't even look like it follows.
Quick thoughts, man. Quick thoughts. He hated it. He hated it. He really disliked
like it. Follows
it.
The cartoon. They just stuck the name on there and said, "Hey, we're gonna call this Gem."
Yep. What do you think?
No. Where's my hologram?
Yeah. Need that.
That is all I have to say about
She did
that.
do it once.
Yeah, but you never saw a hologram.
But you didn't see anything, so you kind of.
I don't even know if she was wearing earrings. Was she wearing?
Yeah, she had an earring on. Yeah.
It's not the hologram that changed her. It's her manager that changed her in this movie, and that's not how Gem and the Holograms was. I mean, I didn't watch Gem and the Holograms when I was a kid. I watched like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers, and stuff like that. But
She's a
I
cool
watched
kid.
Gem and she watched all the guys. I watched My Little Ponies and.
You're a brony? Chad's a brony.
Thundercats, that's my type of thing.
I want a Thundercats movie so bad. I would say my left testicle, but actually, yeah, I'm done having kids. I'll give my left testicle for a Thundercats movie. Did you consult
your wife with that one?
Yeah, no, yeah. We're both done. Yeah.
Go back and watch the 3 seasons though, and you will enjoy it still. It's on DVD. You get the 3 seasons on DVD, and you will enjoy it.
Gem and the Holograms?
Yes, I'm telling. It's 3 seasons.
It's excitement.
It's good. It was a good girl cartoon.
It's adventure.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I am. This movie was Gem is excitement. Gem is horrendous. Yeah. This was so bad. It was it hurt my eyes. I think my eyes were trying to roll back in the back of my head.
My eyes are bleeding.
It didn't make any sense for Gem and the Holograms at all, and I feel bad for the people that are going out to see it because they are not. It doesn't look like they're going to get Gem and the Holograms.
This is the problem, though. Everybody who watched Gem and the Holograms as a kid are our age. And all the people that are going to go see that movie are like 13 to 18. And so they're not even going to know that it's fucked up.
Most of the people that watch
I think that all their parents have seen it and they're going to be like, that's not Gem and the Holograms. What the
so they won't watch it.
Right. And I think that
they'll send their kids alone to go, munch on the popcorn right next to you.
This trailer, I think with this trailer, I would say this is going to be a huge flop at the box office. Yeah. A huge flop. Unless obviously the next trailer comes out and we finally get a fucking hologram. Yeah. Not a fucking hologram, but a hologram.
And we kind of want to see a fucking hologram.
This is going from a PG-13 movie to NC-17. This is right up for the parents' alleys. Yeah. All right. So, and then the last trailer that we had, that we just got last night, it just came out yesterday, I think, was the Black Mass official trailer number 2. We'll just, real quick, what did you think about it? You just watched it recently?
I loved it.
Yeah.
It's just a short one. It's like under 2 minutes. I thought the song was perfect that they played over it. You didn't.
Yeah, I didn't think it was perfect. I thought it was
perfect.
Okay.
I could dig it though.
Yeah, I
did
definitely dug it a lot, and I'm all in for this movie.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they show me, they can show me the whole movie, and I'll still go see it.
What do you think, Liz?
I will not go see it in the theater. That is not my type of movie, but I would absolutely see it at home. It definitely looks good.
You're a big Johnny Depp fan, right?
I love Johnny Depp. I am a little pissed off that they cast the chick from 50 Shades of Grey.
Dakota.
I don't think she has enough presence to stand up to someone like Johnny Depp. Because Johnny Depp is...
You think she's just going to be that old school female role that just kind of cowers down?
She's just kind of like is going to, waste away into the wallpaper.
I guess we'll have to see it. I thought she was the best part of 50 Shades of Grey. Not because she was naked, but because I thought she did a good performance. I thought
she was horrible.
I thought she was good in the movie.
Horrible in 50 Shades of Grey.
I thought she was the most redeeming quality of that movie. The rest of it I thought was hilarious.
Horrible. Women do not act like that.
No, she's not your typical woman.
Virgins do not act like that.
She's not your typical virgin. She's the one she's the kind that she has a little bit of a freak inside of her.
She was horrible.
I thought she did a good job. I thought she was the most redeeming quality of that movie for me. All right. What
Can I ask one question?
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about it, I think, last podcast, and you didn't see it, but we saw it together. Into the Woods. A lot of people bashed Johnny Depp for that role.
Yes.
I loved him as that role. A lot of people bashed him. You being a Johnny Depp fan, what did you think about that role?
I think his role as not him personally, but the character was unnecessary in the film. I think he did a fantastic job portraying the character.
Yes.
I think and this is what kind of on both of those, what people are saying is he made the character a weird version in that movie. It didn't fit in the movie because of the character that he played.
I thought it fit perfectly.
I could see that
freaked out, man.
Because it almost got a little pedophile-ish.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's why they said it didn't really kind of fit in the tone of the rest of the movie, and it kind of made it almost like a totally separate kind of movie.
But I think if you took the movie as a whole, where you looked at each individual fairy tale for its original, like Brothers Grimm and stuff like that, meanings to it, that's kind of the point of Little Red Riding Hood.
The movie was dark. I mean,
don't talk to strangers, because strangers are the pedophiles. They are the murderers.
I think that's what I mean. I don't think kids were watching that movie thinking pedophile.
No.
Right.
Well,
I think the adults were looking at it as pedophile. But this movie was made for kids. It's rated PG.
It's kids and parents. It's made for both.
No, I loved the movie. Don't get me wrong. I loved it. But I thought it was a really good scene, and I don't know why people keep on bashing it for it, because they keep on bashing.
I will say I just watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp. That's the first time I saw it. I actually thought he did a pretty good job. It was creepy. It was definitely a different version than
it was more the Roald Dahl like.
He is like he was really over the top. I mean, but I thought he did a good job. And I
haven't seen Alice in Wonderland, right?
No, I haven't seen
Are
it.
you kidding?
The live action, no.
Mad
The live
Hatter
action.
is so good, dude. Oh.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I just watched that. It was on like Showtime or something, and I watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I liked the movie. I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty. It wasn't great.
Nowhere near the first one, but
no, it wasn't great. It's not an all-time classic, but I would probably give it a positive review, like something like a 6 out of 10 or something like that. It was good. For me, Black Mass, I don't think they can show me anything about this movie that I wouldn't be all in on. So I'll just leave it at that. This movie looks amazing. Rumors. I have a new song.
All right. Let's do it.
I can't play it, but I you remember the song Rumors?
Yeah.
All these rumors starting.
All right.
Every day. Yeah, I got a little more of a little like R&B kind of beat flavor to it.
Should we be dancing right now?
Yeah,
making pretend the music is playing in the background.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna get a picture. It's gonna be me and you. And that's going to be on part of the picture, because we are going to have pictures for every segment.
They do have the other song, Rumor Has It, right?
Rumor has it.
Yeah, with Adele. I don't know if I can go there. I want to kind of get a little more flavor.
Yeah.
Get
the flavor.
Get the flavor with the rumors. All right. So in an interview, we're talking Simon Pegg again, so this could be long. Got asked if he was in Star Wars at all, and he said he was not in Star Wars at all, because he has been on the scene and on the set a lot, but then he let it slip that Daniel Craig, the current Bond, looks like, or he is one of the stormtroopers. And apparently you will never know which one he is, because he likely doesn't want to take his helmet off. He just keeps it on the whole time. And he doesn't want to be in the credits. He doesn't want to be anywhere on the film at all. He just wants to have the experience of saying that he was in Force Awakens. Do you think Pegg is telling the truth or just diverting attention, where he actually is in the movie? What do you think?
I go with the latter. I
Do you
mean,
think he's
gonna
diverting
be in
attention?
it,
Yeah.
And
You think he's gonna make a cameo with his actual face
I mean,
saying
he
something?
picked something like that. You'll never know. I mean, why? I mean,
So you think he might be the stormtrooper that doesn't
he
take
might
his
be the
mask off
stormtrooper.
or
Yeah,
talk?
I mean,
Or if he does, they'll have it like digitally kind of modulated
yeah.
a little bit. Or,
Nobody
you know.
will know.
Yeah.
I mean, until you see the credits or the.
Well, according to him, he said that the
But
Daniel
if you
Craig.
if you see Simon Pegg's name, then obviously
That's
he
true.
was in there.
Yeah.
So
All right. What do you think?
No comment.
No comment.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I didn't think it was that big of a news.
I think it's just a rumor that's out there. He put it out there. I think that Daniel Craig. I haven't heard anything about Daniel Craig being involved in this, and I think it's kind of cool that all these stars are wanting to just be a part of this experience, and because they had loved Star Wars growing up.
Yeah, I could see someone just being like, "Hey, I'm a famous person. Can I, sneak in like
Just to march along
as
with the
an
rest
extra
of the stormtroopers.
somewhere,
Yeah.
just to kind of have the experience?" I could see
I
that
want to walk around
happening.
on set. I want to say that I've been in the movie, but it's hard to say that you've been in the movie if you don't get in the credits. Because like, I could say I was in Star Wars, Force Awakens.
Right,
You just
but-
don't know because I was an uncredited character. I was like one of the back, and I was just in the stormtrooper outfit.
I think for someone who,
So yeah, we were all in Star Wars, The Force Awakens.
Yeah, I was.
if
Yeah.
it really is,
I never saw it, but I was in it.
I was the Millennium Falcon.
if it really is Daniel Craig wanting to be in the, movie, you're Bond, dude. Like, do you really need your name in the credits?
Right,
You
he
just want to
doesn't
do
need
it
it.
for your own
Right, but how can
sense
you?
of
I guess you have to
excitement.
have pictures, like personal pictures, like selfies,
might not
where you're
even-
like, yeah, this is me and my stormtrooper, like
You know
with
what?
his helmet next
Daniel
to him.
Craig seems like that type of person that doesn't care about that. He just does it for himself.
Probably took
Like
the
he
damn
doesn't care. He
uniform
doesn't care
home.
about
That might
you
be.
knowing or her knowing.
Well, I know, but you gotta have
he
some kind of
he
evidence.
knows. Yeah, but he knows. He
Yeah.
doesn't care.
He'll
people-
always have the memory.
But yeah, but he'll always have the memory. But when he tells the story, unless
does-
you have
he's
some
not gonna
physical
tell-
evidence,
yeah.
he's gonna
Why
be like,
won't even tell the story?
then why do it?
for
Because of
him.
him. It's for his own personal needs.
I think that's weird.
It might be
Well,
weird.
we think you're weird.
That's
if you're
true.
a big time
I am
actor
weird.
and Star Wars was like your favorite movie of all time, and you have the ability to get in it if you can.
I would definitely take some selfies.
I would
I
take
wouldn't
the whole
post them
damn
anyway.
uniform
That's you.
home.
I'm saying Daniel Craig seems like that type of person that doesn't care.
Yeah, he's James Bond.
He's himself.
He's not James Bond. He isn't a character that's supposed to be James Bond.
You know what I mean.
It could be true. Who knows? But I just see Daniel Craig like.
But
if it is him,
realistically, who cares?
I do. I think
Okay.
that's cool.
All
I
right.
think that's really cool that stars are so in love with this franchise that they just want any way to be a part of it, even if it's just having a costume on the whole time where you can't even see their face. They just want to have the experience of being in a Star Wars movie.
But it
and
could
this
be
is
a
Bond.
lie.
James Bond right now. James Bond wanted to be, and it's so bad that
But I
he
thought
is
he
going to be
wasn't James
uncredited.
Bond. I thought he was just in-
He is, but he isn't.
To me, this is like saying Howie Mandel wants to be in it. Who cares? Like,
Well, that's because you have never seen a James Bond movie.
who cares?
James
But
Bond.
He's not going to be James Bond in the movie.
No, but he is James Bond right now, and he is at his star power's highest.
Yeah.
And he is one of those people that could easily go and try and get a role in Star Wars, but instead of trying to fight for that role, he just wants to be in this movie so bad that he just wants to, I'll just do whatever you want. I'll be CG character. I'll be whatever I can just to get in the movie. Say I was in a Star Wars film.
Or it could be a lie.
It could be.
But it might not be.
Because I think if
he
he's,
wants
if
to
he's
say-
lying, if he's lying, I think it's because he's in the movie. I think because everybody's saying that he's been on there so much, and he's been with J.J. Abrams in the Star Trek movies, like that he wanted to kind of be in. He's a big Star Wars fan, so
Only time will tell.
I think he's diverting attention, but I don't know if you'll ever find out in the real public what actually happened. But I think it's cool. I think it's cool that actors are doing whatever they can to just be a part of it. All right, next on the rumors is it was put out on the web recently that we might be getting what I have personally wanted for a long time, which is Shanghai Dawn, the third installment of the Shanghai series starring Owen Wilson and Jackie Chan. Nothing is really confirmed yet, but it is a thought that the negotiations might be going down for the writers and the director and all that kind of stuff is going down right now. Do you want to see a third movie to this franchise? Do you want it to be a trilogy, Chad? Do
Real
you?
short.
Yeah.
I've never seen the other two.
Oh.
I love Owen Wilson, but I'm not a big Jackie Chan fan.
Did you like the Rush Hour movies?
No.
Did you see them?
No. No, I've never seen them. That's why I'm saying
You don't like the Rush Hour movies either? Like
I've
you've never
never seen
seen
them.
Never seen the Rush Hour? None of it.
I've at least seen them.
No.
Ooh. Wow.
No
Do
Rush
you
Hour.
understand the words?
I've seen those scenes, like
Yeah. The second one is hilarious.
doing the Michael Jackson and stuff like that. I've seen those scenes, but no desire to see the movie itself.
Wow.
But I know these movies came out, but I've never heard anybody talk about them except for you.
Oh, whenever I post it on Facebook, people like go bananas.
Yeah, never even. I don't even remember them coming out, to be honest with you.
Really?
No.
Wow. Well, they came out a long time ago. I think the last one was about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I obviously am very excited to see that. I think they are some of the most underrated movies. They are hilarious, so much fun. I really enjoy Jackie Chan, and he has proven that he has chemistry with a lot of different actors like Chris Tucker, Owen Wilson, two far different characters. Yeah. And he plays off them very well. I love Owen Wilson. Everything that he does, I could... Except for the Cars movies. I don't really care for him as Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
But I never really liked the Cars movies at all.
I love Cars. The first one was good.
The first one was okay. I thought it was okay. But I love Owen Wilson. Loved it. I can't wait to see this third installment. I hope they get at least some of the writers back, because the writers have proven that they have shelled out entertainment, action adventure stories, and with some comedy thrown in there. I'm really fired up for it. What about you?
No.
Not at all?
No. I don't like Owen Wilson.
Really?
Yeah.
Something about his face.
The broken nose.
Yeah.
No, I don't like his acting style.
Really?
Yeah. Not a big fan of his movies. Obviously, I do like him in Cars, you know.
What's that movie with him? And he was in a movie that was directed by Woody Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Something about Midnight or something like that.
Midnight in Paris?
Midnight in Paris. Holy cow. Talk about a phenomenal film. That movie was amazing. And he was awesome in it. He actually had tried to commit suicide several years ago, and I was like, no, and he wanted to quit acting, and I was like, no, please, no, I love you, I want to see you, I want to need another Wedding Crashers movie, come on, don't, I feel so bad for him. You and me and Dupree.
I love that movie.
Great movie. I love it. He is. I think he's. He's the bee's knees to me.
I can't get on board with him.
All right. So just out based on Owen Wilson's face.
And yeah.
His face.
His broken nose. He does have that crooked nose. What's Zoolander? No.
I've never seen it.
Oh, wow. Wedding Crashers?
Saw it, don't like him, or what's his face?
Vince Vaughn. She doesn't like Vince Vaughn! It's like Chad's favorite actor.
They're just not my type.
Oh, I love that movie.
Guy comedy actor, not my thing.
Oh, I love him.
Like, I want someone who's like...
I don't know if I can recover from this.
Give me a rough and rugged Harrison Ford, Mel...
Clint Eastwood?
Yeah. His son.
So no Justin Timberlake?
No.
Oh.
Too pansy-ish.
I love that pansy-ish.
Yeah,
pansy
I think
ass.
he's a phenomenal actor,
that pansy ass-ish motherfucker. I want to see him all over everywhere. He's a good actor. Phenomenal talent. He is a good actor.
No.
I think he's very
Ryan
good.
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is amazing.
It depends on his role.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Justin Timberlake is a good actor. I don't think he's great.
No, he's good, yeah.
I
Bad
think
Teacher?
Ryan Reynolds is a great actor. What?
He was in Bad Teacher, right? Or with
No, that was Jason.
No.
Jason Segel, that's right.
I can't
He was in The Love Guru.
He was
I
in
can't-
Cap.
I can't think of the
What was
name.
He was in The Love Guru. I loved
The
him in The
teacher,
Love
she
Guru.
wants to get bigger boobs, so she fixes the state exam.
Cameron Diaz?
Thank you.
Yeah, but that's Bad Teacher.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake.
He's not the main character, is he?
No.
Jason Segel and
I haven't seen that movie. I saw that movie once,
But
but I didn't
he's
really
in
care
that
for
He's
it.
movie.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad acting.
I don't remember.
Um,
I loved him in Love Guru. That's a guilty movie of mine. I love The Love Guru with him and Mike Myers. I like that. I enjoyed that movie because I thought it was hilarious. And then Friends with Benefits. I love that. I thought he was amazing in Social Network.
Yes,
I thought he was really good in that movie. So I'm all about Justin Timberlake. I don't know why we're doing on Justin Timberlake because I brought him up.
Little boy crush.
Yeah, seriously, big time boy crush.
Elva Dog. That's the one I was thinking of. That was like one of the first movies.
Oh, right, yeah.
That was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Awesome
okay.
on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, he is amazing.
He's one of
Take
the
me on
best
down to
guests.
Liquorville. All right. Let's move on to.
But first, let me take a selfie.
We have 2 more segments. Oh my God, 2 more segments. All right, May 15th, we have
quick.
Frank Grillo as Crossbones was spotted on the set on the photo. In this photo on the set of Captain America: Civil War. You can find the picture on comicbookmovie.com. What's your thoughts on the picture as Crossbones?
Is it you talking about this one?
Let me see.
I'm done with this. No,
He was actually in his Crossbones gear.
Okay.
I'll just talk talking
ahead,
about him. I like the picture a lot. He really fits the look of Crossbones. I thought he looked really cool. I can't wait to see him play. He's already doing that Twitter battle with Chris Evans. He's already doing that Twitter battle with him back and forth as they're kind of portraying their own characters, and they're going back and forth. And I can't wait to see it play out on the big screen because he looks like Crossbones, and he looks like he is going to be kind of terrifying. With that being said, I have been let down over and over again with all the villains in these movies. So I'll just hope that he's actually really good. What do you think? Anybody? Bueller?
He looks exactly like the comic book character. I mean, from this one right
Yeah,
here.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But you actually get a full body length of him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they did a good job of making him look like him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know much about the story or what he's all about or anything, but he looks good.
Yeah, I don't have anything to reference to, but he does look pretty badass.
Yeah.
He looks like he's down for some business.
Yeah, definitely a bad guy.
He wants to wreck shop, and he is not going to take Captain
I like the
America.
little, the beady eyes and the.
And he's actually doing a really good job. You'll get some of the if you go and follow these 2 characters on Twitter, not Crossbones, but Frank Grillo.
Yeah.
If you follow Frank Grillo and Chris Evans on Twitter, you'll see that they kind of go back and forth every once in a while, and it's pretty entertaining for those who like comic book movies. All right, next one up is we have our first look at anything related to the World of Warcraft movie that is coming out, and this picture is of Ogrim, the orc. Do you like the look of the orc, and are you excited for this movie to come out?
No, I didn't play the game. I didn't even know they were having a movie come out, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a big blockbuster, too.
Yeah.
I did not play World of Warcraft, but I did play Warcraft when I was a kid, and it was amazing. I am all for a World of Warcraft movie. Definitely makes me feel like I'm a kid again, so I'm very excited.
I've never played World of Warcraft. I've never, ever played any of those games. I never really got into that scene. I know there's a lot of lovers of the movie, like of the video game franchise. Like, that's where it's like some of the video game addicts started happening because they would play it for 48, 60, like amazing amount of hours without getting sleep. You have like them sitting down in their chairs with like Red Bull cans all over the place. They come out, they finally see light, and they're like, oh my God, Doritos all over their face and all that kind of stuff.
When I played the original Warcraft, I would play it with my sister, and we'd go over, friend's house, and this was like when computers first came out. I'd have my computer, and we'd have them networked, and she'd be sitting behind me.
Yeah.
And she'd be playing, one player, and I'd be playing the other, and we'd be playing against each other. So I am like, super excited.
I'm looking forward to the
like
movie,
this.
even though I've never played it.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to the movie and seeing the orc. It looks pretty good. I hope it's not stupid CG like we got in like the Seventh Son, or we got in even the lizards that were in Jupiter's Ascending, and I hope we get a high quality CG route like the Planets of the Apes kind of deal.
I would like to see it more towards like the Lord of the Rings actual like people orcs.
You want like the practical effect.
Yeah.
And I think it could be tough because some of the orcs are so big, like really large, but you can still do semi-practical. Practical, and if they do motion capture, which is the Planet of the Apes, where they have all the cameras around them and everything. It's actually, I think it's performance capture. I think it's what it's called. They actually do a pretty good job of like really just being able to do the detail work and everything afterwards. But that increases the budget because it's expensive to do. So I am looking forward to it based on that picture. May 21st and 22nd, we got some Deadpool photos, of course, because what would be a week without Deadpool photos?
It wouldn't be a week.
Yeah. First one was him and just his feet sitting by the fire. Like, he was just kind of sitting there, and I can't remember what the caption said. It was like just, max and relaxing or whatever the hell he was doing. And then we get some more important photos with him and Tony Acevedo, who has cancer. Another one with we got with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And Tony wanted to meet up with Deadpool, but not only did he get to do that, but he got to beat up Deadpool. He got to beat up Ryan Reynolds. He put on Deadpool's mask, he put on the gloves, and then he just started going to town on Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Reynolds was just loving every second of it. I'm sure, the kid probably could hit him pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he didn't love it completely, but he was enjoying it. He really made some nice remarks afterwards on Twitter and all that kind of stuff. What are your thoughts on the pictures that you got?
I love them. It's Deadpool, but at the same time, it's like Ryan Reynolds doing his thing, it sounds like kind of something Deadpool would do in real life anyway. Even though he's like a mercenary and like this bad dude.
A gun for hire.
I just finished
he's also playful.
The first series of the comic books, and he has that kind of soft side to him too, and this comes out right here. Ryan Reynolds is like in this role, man. Like he's just,
if there was ever a perfect role for a character, it is Deadpool for Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's just engulfed in this, and he's loving every minute of it, and he's taking advantage of it, and he's doing good with it. It's awesome.
What do you think?
I love it when celebrities do this. In my mind, you're a celebrity. You get paid millions and millions of dollars to play pretend. You do nothing. No disrespect to anyone who is an actor.
I don't think they do nothing.
But in the grand scheme of manual labor, you do nothing. So to take time and kind of pay your respects and pay your dues and things like that, and take the time to make somebody else's life a little bit better, I think it's fantastic. I think more celebrities should do it.
Yeah, I'm going to bite my tongue a little bit on they do nothing. But I will say...
They play pretend.
They do play pretend, but that's okay. And I think that
Your kids play pretend, and they don't get paid millions of dollars.
No, because they're not fantastic actors. At this point in time. They might be someday, but right now they have not exceeded at their craft yet.
Honed their chops
They haven't honed their skills in that yet, as of yet. But... I love when you have celebrities do this, like Chris Evans and Chris Pratt did it recently, where they made a bet against each other about, I can't remember what it was. It might have been the Super Bowl. Oh, it was the Super Bowl. They kind of bet, and they said that the other would go and visit a bunch of patients at a hospital and in their full gear. Yeah. Well, not only that, but they both dressed up. They both, because one of them lost, but they both did it. Chris Pratt, I think, was the one that won, and he still went on his Star-Lord costume, and they kind of went around and lifted up all the spirits of all these all the patients at the hospital that they were at. And I think it's amazing. I think it's phenomenal. I think if you're ever going to do anything that's like especially really important with these superhero characters, to kind of give it gives them hope. It gives them more hope because they see these characters as these superhuman beings that can do no wrong, and even when they get hurt, they fight their way back up to the top. Yeah. I think it's just very inspiring to see them do this and Make-A-Wish and them reaching out and doing all this kind of stuff. I love it, and I hope they can do even more like this. Absolutely. It would be great. Let's get out of all that, and now we're not going to be doing the courtroom this week. Normally we have a segment, but Chad have been arguing about everything lately, so we don't have much to really just pinpoint at this point in time. So we'll go into 30-second thoughts. Which is very quick, hopefully. Recently, we have had a ton of haters on the new Fantastic Four, especially one particular thing, the color of someone's skin. Well, Michael B. Jordan recently came out and talked about how he is the Human Torch, and this character has forever been blonde-haired and blue-eyed, and now is being played by Michael B. Jordan, who we all know is a black man. Well, instead of hiding from the trolls, he wanted to see what they had to say, and well, this is what his comments were on it. You're not supposed to go into the internet when you're cast as a superhero, but after taking on Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four, a character originally written with blonde hair and blue eyes, I'd wanted to check out the pulse. I didn't want to be ignorant about what people were saying. Turns out this is what they were saying. A black guy? This is all the comments where people were saying. Black guy, I don't like it. They must be doing this because Obama's president, and it's not true to the comic. People have said that they've destroyed their childhood fantasies with Fantastic Four. And then he went on to say this. Sometimes you have to be the person who stands up and says, I'll be the one to shoulder all this hate. I'll take the brunt for the next couple of generations. I'll put that responsibility on myself. People are always going to see each other in terms of race, but maybe in the future we won't talk about it as much. Maybe if I set an example in Hollywood, we'll start to considering more people in color in prominent roles. And maybe we can reach people who are stuck in the mindset that it has to be true to the comic book, or maybe that we have to reach past them. To the trolls on the internet, I want to say, get your head out of the computer, go outside, walk around, look at the people, walk next to you, look at your friends and interact with them. And just understand this is the world that we live in, and it's okay to like it. After hearing Michael B. Jordan's comments, what do you think about his take on the character and the internet trolls? Liz?
I think as long as they can tie into them still being brother and sister, who the hell cares what color he is? And quite frankly, you didn't hear a single thing about Jessica Alba's race when she and the white guy...
Well, they gave her blonde hair. Tried to make her as white as possible, which is unfortunate. They shouldn't have to do that. What do you think?
I love the fact that he's sticking up for himself
Mm-hmm.
and being out
Absolutely.
there. I mean, I'm kind of on the fence with some. We've talked about this before. I don't think this is serious, but we talked about what's his name, 007.
Yeah,
Possibly
Idris Elba
being played by a black guy. I don't like that just because of the fact that 007 has always been.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. You're not alone in that opinion.
But I wouldn't go as far as because it's Obama's president. I mean, that's just trolls
It's
out there.
trolls.
You've ruined it.
Trolls,
Yeah, it's just
trolling.
trolls being trolls.
That's just ignorance.
I think it's all right to have an opinion about it if you're a hardcore comic book fan and you're really into the Fantastic Four, which I don't know anybody that is that far into
Bill P
Fantastic
is.
Four.
Bill P is. He loves Fantastic Four.
So I would love to hear what he has to say about it. But I can see if you have a passion for it and you have that history that maybe it does throw you off a little bit.
Yeah, see,
But to say this kind of stuff is
Yeah.
kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
is.
If you're
It's-
true to the storyline, if you can make the storyline
Haters gonna hate.
work,
Yeah,
then what does
yeah.
it matter? You know, if
And they've shown that this is, and actually in all actuality, Sue Storm is not the actual race that is supposed to be, because the father is Michael B. Jordan's father is in this movie, and he is a black man. So that is the real race right there. If you want to say anything, Sue Storm should be black. The thing is, in nowadays in time, we have so many things with adoption. We have so many
Right.
different things with mixed race relations. The relationships. You cannot really say that because they are brothers and sisters. They're not going to be like friends that they met,
Right.
and she stays over the house every once in a while on sleepovers. Like this is not. This
if you
isn't that.
If you can have the parents represent genetically what the children should be,
The-
then who cares?
The real thing that defines these two characters is that they're brother and sister.
Right.
Not that he's white and she's white. It's their brother and sisters, no matter if that's through adoption or anything like that. Originally, they are born from white parents and they are two white siblings.
Right.
But as time goes on, different times call different takes on your what you're going to see. So I say, I'm all for it. I'm looking forward to it as long as he puts out a good performance. I think you
Exactly.
might get the first 5 minutes of the movie or so. You might be like, oh man, that's just kind of a shock, like to see them as brother and sister.
Yeah.
But as long as it's good, you're just going to fall into the movie, and hopefully he puts on a good performance. My only problem with the last trailer that I saw, is that he's not very Johnny Storm-esque. He's very kind of like robot. Like he doesn't really
have that
seem to have
bravado.
that. He doesn't really seem to have that kind of like macho, like arrogance and stuff like that. He seems just more robotic and stiff with his delivering of lines. But I'm hoping that's just how the trailer's cut, and then when we see the movie, it'll be totally different. Because I think he's a really good actor. He's proven that over and over again that he is talented. Fruitvale Station, you have him. He was even good in Awkward Moment. All those movies. He's a good actor. He's very talented.
So good I fell asleep.
In what? In The Awkward Moment?
Is that the one we watched together? No,
one?
what was the other one that we watched together after the Academy Awards?
Oh, that was movie 43 or something
movie
like
43.
that.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, the Awkward Moment. I saw that one. Okay.
Yeah. That was with Miles Teller, who's actually in the Fantastic Four movie with him, and Zac Efron. Next one up is Chris Pratt has sent out a preemptive letter to the public. For what? For whatever he may do or say during his press tour for Jurassic World. What do you think about his letter to the public, Chad? I know Chad was all fired up to see this. I read this. I had put this in the show notes already. He was like, oh, man, we got to talk about this. All right, so what do you think? What do you think?
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping it doesn't, like, I don't think other actors should start doing it too. Like,
you know they're gonna.
I hope it doesn't catch on like that, because Chris Pratt came up with this, first one to do it.
Yeah.
He's a perfect person to do it. I mean, he's
him,
funny,
Vince Vaughn, all that. Like those kind of characters could
exactly.
pull this off.
And I thought it was funny as hell. And he had wrote something after it too. I can't remember exactly what it said, but it's. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing. I thought it was
very well written. Too,
very well written. Very well. I don't know if he had help with it. I don't know what. Maybe. I don't know if maybe his wife Anna Faris. Maybe she helped him out. But it was very well done, and you could tell it was made strictly for this. I don't know if he's posted much since, but he has put that letter out there. Mm-hmm. It was hilariously done. He's always been known to, I want to say, cause a ruckus, not in a funny way, because that's just his personality. He's always done a good job of kind of marketing his movies, promoting his movies in a kind of a different style than most people do, just to have fun and to kind of keep himself entertained. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to say. Do you think that he can take it up a notch because he sent out this letter?
You think he's gonna actually do something?
Well, because he always does. Like he went on to Twitter when he was doing the promotion for Delivery Man with Vince Vaughn. They were going back and they were hammering trolls. They were going over and they were just like making fun of trolls, cracking jokes on each other, and just like hammering people on Twitter. And they do stuff. He does stuff like that all the time. What do you think? Do you think he can get away with a little bit more?
I think he can. I mean, I think he has something up his sleeve. I mean, I think he's planning on something that's going to be big.
He's going to go like just naked to
I don't think he's going to go that extreme, but
to the interviews with all the people.
I think it's
maybe a speed up.
I think it's going to be good, regardless of what it's going to be. I mean, I think it's going to be good.
What do you think? Do you think he can get away with more because he sent this out?
I think he's going to try more. I think my only concern would be, now that you have told people you're going to act like an ass, people are going to critique you that much harder.
That's true. That could.
Because now they're going to be looking for you to do that crazy thing and do that, unexpected thing.
Now, what if the unexpected thing is him just acting totally proper?
That'd be funny too.
Just straight up, nothing negative, just straight up one-word answers to questions and just kind of just being a straight-laced person. That would actually be kind of funny because of how not reserved he is.
And exactly.
That would almost be perfect.
That would be kind of funny.
Perfect marketing, because now you have everybody looking for you and watching you do all these interviews and watching you, promote your movie.
Yeah.
And you're just,
Yeah, just
doing your
I just think it's, like you said earlier, he is a big sports fan. I think he's a Seattle Seahawks fan, right?
Yeah.
And I love the fact that he referenced Jurassic. It was Jurassic Gate.
Yeah.
The
Jurassic Gate. Yeah.
I thought that was really funny and clever.
He is fun. That was really well done. I like that a lot. All right, next one up, World War Z. We're getting World War Z 2. It has come out. We got the information that it's going to be coming out June 9th, 2017. All right, this is supposed to be 30-second thoughts. We talked way too long for that. So what do you think? 30-second thoughts. What do you think?
Mine's gonna be really short.
Yeah, that's fine. You can start in 7 seconds. All right.
I'm not gonna
30-second thoughts on World War Z 2. Ready, set, go.
Not gonna watch it.
Did you see the first one?
No. No desire.
It's a really well done zombie movie.
That's awesome.
And it's good.
Yeah.
It's entertaining. Action. It's really well done.
Too many movies in my backlog that I will never get to this movie. It is not on my top of my list.
No?
No.
Man. Too many. It's just 2 hours.
It's
really well done.
200 movies that everybody tells you.
All right.
So no.
All right. We'll let Liz take this on. Hopefully she has more than 3 seconds. Ready? Go ahead.
No.
What the fuck?
No zombie movies for me. It just doesn't do it for me.
It doesn't do it for you? Are you scared?
Yes. I don't like horror movies.
Yeah, you shouldn't watch this one then.
I don't like feeling scared. I don't like
because this will have you on the edge of your seat, kind of like scared at times. And
I'm one of those people that think, because I work in medicine.
Mm-hmm.
A zombie apocalypse could kind of happen. So I'm all set with that. I don't want to watch anything about that.
All right. For me, I'm going to say that I am really looking forward to this. They had all the reshoots with the first one because I think what they did is they played it off the book, very similar to the book. It didn't play out well on the screen. They ended up doing a reshoot. So I think they reshot 2/3 of the movie before it got out to the film. Yeah, they doubled the budget and they put it out. And it was amazing. It's probably my favorite zombie movie. I thought it was so well done. I can't wait to see the next one. And I'm really looking forward to it. I just hope they don't have to do it again where they have to reshoot a shitload again and they can get it out on the date that they want to. All right. Last up for this, John Lasseter. He's one of those really important people over at Disney. Talks about The Good Dinosaur recently. Well, he had some good stuff to say about The Good Dinosaur, and this is not going to be all in quotes, but I'm going to do my best to kind of find it on my page here. Where is it? Here it is. All right. The early clips. He's given us a little bit of his own synopsis of this film. The early clips from the movie played like a cross between Tarzan and Lilo and Stitch, and the story centers on Arlo, an apatosaurus who, after losing his father in a tragic accident, falls into a river, gets knocked out by a rock, and finds himself in a land far away. As he makes a trek back home to the Clawed Tooth Mountains, he befriends a human cave boy named Spot. This is a boy and a dog story, but the roles are reversed, Lasseter said. Arlo, the dinosaur, is the boy, and in the story, and the Spot is the dog. Arlo stands upright and speaks. The dinosaur is standing straight up, which is weird to see an apatosaurus do that. But whatever. I'm on board. Pixar's amazing. So, while Spot travels on all hands and feet and grunts. What are your 30-second thoughts on The Good Dinosaur and John Lasseter's actual synopsis? Ready, set, Chadwick.
I'm so excited for this movie. I was waiting for it the last time it was supposed to get released. Mm-hmm. Now it's done all over again. New director, new story, everything's different, they said. I'm wicked excited for it. Pixar, another great movie coming out, Inside Out.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a good follow-up to that. I'm still standing on my ground that it's going to be the best animated movie of the year.
All right. With 5 seconds to spare. Mm-hmm. Awesome. All right. We'll start with you, Liz, in 5, 4, 3, 2, boop.
Disney, Pixar, take my motherfucking money.
That it?
That's all I'm gonna say.
You just like making it rain.
Yes, absolutely. Take my money. Gigs all around,
7
baby.
words.
Gigs
7 words. 7 words. Throwing it all everywhere. Like let's do this. All right. So yeah. Okay. Whew. All right. You still have 5 seconds. You want to say anything else? Just
take my money.
I love you. I love you, Disney. All right. I think that this movie. I have always said that Inside Out is going to be the winner of animated film of the movie for this year for the Oscars.
Amazing.
I think it's going to be amazing. This movie, the synopsis that he gave, has me very intrigued. It seems a little weird. Seems a little odd. Only thing that I'm really not looking forward to is all the freaking kids that are going to be grunting and walking around on all fours because of freaking Spot, the boy who is going to be grunting and walking around on all fours during the movie. That is going to get old real fast. Other than that, I can't wait to see this movie.
Yeah. I like the idea of the role reversal.
Yeah, that's cool. It's odd.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll play out well. And Pixar has proven that they can do nothing.
I hope the walking dinosaur looks right walking.
Yeah.
Like not too clunky or, odd.
I mean, an apatosaurus is like a brontosaurus type.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing's huge. How are you going to make it look right standing up on with a big long tail? I don't. It's going to be weird, but I hope they do it well. I hope so. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it for the show. Did I have anything else on here? Let me pull this up. My voice is going. No, that was it. We were all set and done. Told you we weren't going to get done by noon with both.
Well,
but we did start an hour late.
we did ramble a lot too.
Yeah, we talked a lot. So yeah, this is going to be like an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours if I can get it to upload right on freaking YouTube. I don't know, whatever. So we are pretty much done for here today. As always, we are going to let our guests talk about where you can find them on the interwebs. I think Liz says she prefers Morse code.
Yeah.
Was that
Carrier pigeon.
Telegram.
So we'll start off with Chad, where people can find you on the interwebs.
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at CDizzle82. And then
I think you'd be able to ramble that off a little quicker by now.
Yeah, no. It still takes a while to get it in my head. And then
Snapchat?
Snapchat is Sir Chadwick82.
Sir Chadwick82 on Snapchat. All right.
I'm up to like 60 friends now.
Wow, really? Yeah, look at that. It's blowing up.
Boom!
Blowing up. What about you, Liz? Can people find you anywhere? Maybe on another episode of CineTalk?
I'm hoping on another episode.
CineTalk with the CineBros?
I am on Facebook. I am on Twitter. Please don't ask me what the names are. However, if you go through Chad, you can find me on Facebook.
Just look at my friends list and look for Reed.
There you go. You can do that. Absolutely. And as always, you can find me at the CineBros pretty much everywhere. Facebook, the CineBros, Twitter, the CineBros, Snapchat, the CineBros, everywhere on the interwebs at the CineBros. You can also email us with some whatever you want. Your favorite movies, send them to our email account, which is thecinebros@gmail.com. And you can also please click that subscriber button on YouTube. It's really important. Also, extremely important is to like that. Give us a little thumbs up. You know, that there is very important. I have been noticing that we've been getting more followers on YouTube over the last few days. We kind of not like a huge jump, but it's like we get one kind of every other day, which is nice. We're approaching that triple digit realm, and we are going to be lining up with Movie Pilot. We are not like, it's not going to be like, you know, we are going in halvesies with Movie Pilot, but they have reached out to us and asked us to be on there, and everybody knows my feelings about Movie Pilot. I have even gotten some people, my brother included, who said, "Yeah, you're actually going to give some credibility to that website." I was like, that is a very nice thing to say. I feel bad for Movie Pilot when, you know, because I do have a couple of rants on here, the clickbait heavy stuff that they produce. But I have also said their superhero one that I've kind of visited a few times has seemed to be a little bit more legit. So hopefully, you know, we can help add to the credibility side. We're going to be putting all our videos out there. I'm going to see what I can do as far as like attaching the Facebook page and stuff like that, but I don't know exactly how that works, which right now we're on Memorial Day. And when this video airs, which salute to all of you veterans and everybody out there,
Absolutely.
We couldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys, because this is the guys and gals, actually. You guys are all amazing, and we really appreciate all that you've done. So I know this is going to come out a little bit later than Memorial Day, but we do want to give you a little shout out there because it's very important.
Very big thank you.
Yes, very, very big thank you. I enjoy all the liberties that we have over here, and we would not have those. So just, you know, do whatever you can to help support the page, and you know, share it with friends that love movies. And like Liz is like going to be pumping out there everywhere. I'm on a YouTube channel with 70 subscribers.
I'm a star. Yes.
With 70 subscribers. Woo.
My
Boom,
cinematic
boom, boom,
debut,
boom.
baby.
We have been getting like, our views on YouTube have been going up. And we just released our first episode of The Movies That Hurt So Good. That came out. I put it out last night, and we already had like, as soon as I put it out on the podcast, there was already a download.
I think that was me.
Yeah, it was either you. It was either you. I know Brad Neff. I know Brad Neff is another.
He said he was listening.
He was a regular commenter. He was like, oh, I'm listening to it right now. I'm like, awesome.
It was like
great.
4:00 in the morning. Like,
yeah, I right when I got finished watching our movies, I was like, oh my god, I'm so tired.
Do you think he has it set as like an alarm where once we download it like rings in his ear and he wakes up?
His ears were burning.
Yes.
His ears were burning.
I gotta listen to Chad and Shane.
You can. The good thing is about it is that you can set it so that it refreshes every hour. So if it refreshes, and then it'll pop up on your podcast icon, and it'll say that you have a new podcast. So, and that's what I have. I only have mine set for every week to reset. But I just go in my car and boop, when as soon as I know I download, make sure that it's on there and all that kind of stuff. And we're gonna have new posters and stuff like that for that too, coming out soon. Our friend Kat PLE is working on those, and I have some voiceover work, some voice drops that's gonna be going for the segments and all that kind of stuff. And that's by exactly. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be doing that. This guy's got kind of a gruff voice. He can really get down to that movie quality voice a little bit. He does a lot of DJ drops actually. Yeah, his name is Greg, and he does those. So I will be, when we get all those all done, I'll be letting you know where you can find all those people as well. I think we're gonna sign off here, and I don't really know what to sign off with.
I already know what I'm signing off with.
What are you signing off with? The Brokeback Bros.
Doug loves movies. That could be our poster.
Oh gosh.
Brokeback Bros.
The Brokeback CineBros. Whoa. Shit just got real.
Got real right there.
Got real fast.
I'm just eating my Starburst. Eating my Starburst.
Let it rain. Starburst.
Yeah. The money shot of Starbursts. Oh Lord. I'm sorry, we're taking a real detour again. Anyway, we will see you guys soon.
See you guys later.